Welcome back, everybody, to Naruto D&D. As always, I am your host, Connor. With us, we have Mike as Shiro.
Ha! Lane goes,
Sorry, I go through initiative order, and for some reason, because I read myself first, I always skip to the second one, and this time I didn't catch myself. Did you introduce yourself, Shiro?
Yep.
Alright, Erica as Lane. Fucking with a new name and a new face that has yet to be seen, Nick as Jim.
Rip Kozuke.
Hola, mi amigas.
Rest in peace, Kozuke. Travis as Silas.
Hi.
Zach as Hajime.
That's bad.
And that is that. So, fucking quick recap here. The team chased after Shiro, confronted Kozuke, had a match with an unexpected visitor who absorbed and effectively killed both Hidan, Futen, and Joshin himself. Shiro then proceeded to leave the building and his team behind, where he proceeded to encounter Owari in the forest, who gave him an ultimatum: return to the village or die.
Don't forget Kozuke blew up.
And Kozuke blew up, yeah. So, Shiro and Owari stand in a forest, Owari with two swords drawn. But first, a quick rewind. You've all just survived your encounter. Shiro's walked out. Shikamaru walks up to Regeko. And he goes, so, Regeko, what's going on? Where's Shiro going? He goes, well, he's chosen to leave the village as well. Shikamaru kind of sighs at this. And he goes, well, we have to take him in. A ninja leaving the village without permission is a rogue shinobi, even if he started as a samurai. At which point Regeko just kind of looks at him with a very solemn look and goes, don't worry, it's being handled. Shikamaru asks, what do you mean? At which point Regeko remains silent. Shikamaru continues, you're certain about this? And Regeko nods. So be it. Now then, the rest of us should get going. Hajime, you brought up something that you wanted to do. Do you still want to do that?
I want to chase after Shiro. Yeah, I want to ask Shikamaru for permission to chase after Shiro myself.
At which point Regeko chimes into this and he says, no. I promise you, you will regret your decision.
He is our friend. He is our teammate.
He's a rogue shinobi.
So was Sasuke at one point. Am I
You're
wrong?
right. However, Naruto managed to bring him back after he failed to bring him back time and time again. Sasuke killed a number of people, including the almost 6th Hokage. Sasuke is the exception, not the rule.
It's because no one can kill him.
Metagaming wise, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's
No
for
one could
sure.
actually bring him in.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like to just mention and say, my dude just looks like he's like in great shape and great energy because he didn't take one hit last game, and full health, everything was great. He was just like, hey, all right.
Yeah, stats don't accurately represent you right now because, like, I removed your tokens at the end and I dragged them back for this little session. Like, Lane's in health currently.
Yeah, but still had full health at the end of last session, even though that's not accurate.
Yeah, no one hit you.
So I feel pretty good about that.
Anything else you're gonna try and do, Hajime?
There's no point in trying and running because Shikamaru has his shadow possession and can just stop me.
You could always try and sneak.
Yeah. Sneak away.
Now, what
Who's talking?
check would I do?
Use ice prison.
It depends on exactly how you're trying to do it. So if you're just trying to, like, literally walk away, then there's that. There's, clone, substitution, transformation. You've got multiple means. It's how you want to go through it.
Well, I'm looking at my page. I think what I want to do is when we all kind of start heading out to leave, I'm going to try and run towards Shiro, the direction he went.
Okay. So, anyone else that Lane or Silas, either of you two can do anything right now?
Nope, just gonna go back.
Yeah, Lane?
I may need assistance walking back to the village, considering.
So in other words, Silas carry Lane.
Yeah, pretty much.
This new dude named Jim's gonna carry you.
Jim's not here.
No,
Who the F is
I'll
Jim?
carry Lane.
So Shikamaru and Regeko looked at everyone and was like, all right, everybody, let's get going back to the village. So y'all start walking away a little bit.
What am I gonna need to roll?
Well, that depends on what you're trying to do. Are you just trying to silently like walk away, like walk in the back of the pack and just get out?
Pretty much silently get away
Move
fast. Does that make
Move
sense?
silently check. Yep.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
He runs silently.
I'm going to say, Lane, you're kind of exhausted. I'm going to say you're not going to be paying attention to it one way or another, so you don't get a listen check. Silas, you're in good health. You can get a listen check.
Plus 30 because I'm just awesome.
Plus the bare minimum needed. Hey.
So you pass your move silently check.
And I head
All
off
right.
towards Shiro. I don't know how long it's going to take to get to where he is.
So
but-
roll a survival check.
'Kay.
Do you have track, actually?
I believe I do. I have Arctic. Yes, I do have tracking.
Okay. Roll a survival check.
Survival. Ugh.
This just determines pretty much how fast you're going to get up to him. It's not like he was exactly being sneaky with his footprints. Okay. So you're making your way towards Shiro.
Okay.
So now we're going to cut back to Shiro and Owari. And Owari is standing there awaiting Shiro's response.
Alright. And the wind blows through. It's like one of those moments where they're like sitting here waiting for something to happen.
Do-do, do, do.
Get a bunch of cinematic shots going around looking at him.
Draw.
Alright, just for the
Yeah.
purpose, I guess.
Owari's already got his weapon drawn. What was that, Shiro?
Oh yeah, I guess just for the purpose of reenactment, just for a cool factor. So there's no other way. I come back or it's over.
Yes.
Alright. Then I make a mad dash using shooting.
All right. And Owari chases after you.
I wanted to. Owari! Shiro!
Don't worry. That may or may not come here.
For 3 episodes.
All right. So you run away, and Owari's chasing after you.
Alright. We're running.
You're running. You see, you can tell he's staying pretty steadily behind you.
Not really.
Like you're a distance away to where trees are jumping in the way, but you see he's still following you pretty decently.
Alright, I'm gonna run until I'm in danger of becoming fatigued, I guess. Which is I guess
Okay.
after about a minute until I have to slow down.
All right. And Owari follows you that entire time.
GG. And I guess I will move at a
So
rate.
as it goes on a little bit more, you notice that he is lagging a little bit behind since you're using your shundo.
Alright. I'm gonna wait another few seconds and then go back in the shooting post stance and then run
All right.
until he's out of sight. Until he's out of, I guess. Yeah, I'll keep running.
A
he's out
moment
of sight.
ends up coming along to where you don't see him. You can assume he's still tracking you, but you don't exactly see him.
All right. Then I'm gonna do a sense tracker check to make sure he's not within range.
Okay, what's your range on that? This is
Six.
exactly what it is right now.
I think it is. Should be 80 feet.
Okay, he's not in range.
All right. Then I'm gonna do a high check. Nice moment
All right.
here. Where's that 20 at? Ugh, where's the F20 at?
So, this one I'm going to do a silent roll, so that way you aren't aware of the result.
Unless I succeed a listen check.
Even if you succeed the listen, that's only for knowing that he's there, not for knowing if he knows where you are.
Rip.
All right.
Get my listen scrap anyway.
So I'm gonna say you pretty much clearly hear this. He's not exactly trying to be silent in his footsteps. You hear some footsteps land in the distance. And there's just kind of a pause in a moment. At which point, you want to try and peek over or do anything like that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand up. But if I'm aware that he's aware that I'm here.
You know that he's near you. You don't know if he's aware.
All right. Do I have to do a listen check just to see that he's good? Like,
No,
as
no.
far as his
I'm saying,
location?
do you want to do a? You already know that he's there. Do you want to do a peek check or anything?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for a moment.
So, in this moment, Owari begins to speak. Roll a listen check now.
Am I close
This
enough
is-
to hear it?
Please give me that one.
Not yet.
Give me that perfect one.
You're slow, Hajime. They're nowhere near where they are. They've been running.
Okay. So you're still able to hear him clearly, but you notice one thing. As he's talking, it's kind of changing, like, what direction it's going.
Oh,
So it's, like, scanning,
yeah,
kind of.
I get you.
So Owari just begins kind of speaking, and you can tell he's in a very confident manner. He goes, I wonder if you know everything that's been happening. Oh, samurai. You remember that child you encountered when you first saw me in the tree? After I escaped from my prison? That child was Kozukai's first attempt to kill you.
What the?
Then he turned that kote on you and you survived yet again. It was only until his final attempt were you truly aware. You naive samurai, you're far too forgiving. I'd like to tell you something, Shiro. I'm sad to have to do this. The prophecy said that someday, after I was assigned to lead my own ninja team, I would encounter a young individual to change the world. I was always curious as to who it would be. One of my students, perhaps. Maybe someone we met along the way. My first team. Kono, Kozukai, Shiro, and Silas. After today, only one of them will remain a potential candidate. So at this point, Hajime, you arrive. And you're kind of hearing this go on, but you're not, like, you're kind of chilling behind a tree listening.
I'm dancing to the words of Owari.
GG.
So who will it be? Silas, the giant with the heart of gold? Perhaps. But it has been tainted recently. Maybe it'll be one of the more recent recruits. Hajime, perhaps. Unlikely, but possible. I expect he won't survive much longer, though. Lane, maybe. A rogue descendant of the Uchiha. Oh, if only you knew the truth about her. A ninja surrounded by secrets, and quite a few she isn't aware of herself. But loyalty and dedication, she is quite possibly a candidate. Maybe it's one of the others we've met along our journey. Ken is likely. Strong, quick, loyal, courageous. If only you knew his truth as well. I wonder what you would say.
Can I like get up right now and start running again? Like in the middle of that speech.
Nerd!
You can try.
I feel like at the end of this speech there's gonna be something that I don't want, and I don't want to be here.
I don't know. You've got the choice of listening to the entire speech and trying to do something then, or trying to do something now and something happening. A little bit of metagaming right there.
All right, well, I can see where this is going, so I'll listen. Ears up.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I spent a fair amount of time writing all this.
I won't do that to you.
Or he's continuing his speech here of going through his candidates and all that. Just his little supervillain speech, so to speak. Perhaps it's the masked Kunoichi who's with Orochimaru. I doubt it. Maybe Marco, the sand ninja with the heart as strong as his kick. Maybe his teammates. Henkyo, unlikely. Kyaku, possible, but she's far too fragile. Masutei, though. The greatest puppet master I've ever met capable of turning even ninja summons into puppets. Now, he's a truly powerful one. I wonder what he'll say when I give him his gift. Who knows? Maybe it's even one of Lane's old teammates, but I'm guessing that that's not going to happen with how they've all been doing. So I think I can narrow it down. Silas, Lane, Ken, or Masutei. Which of them will change the world? But I've gone on long enough. Would you like to hear one last story? A story about me, Shiro.
I'm gonna stand up and say, I'm gonna change the world.
He just kind of chuckles and goes, I always thought about who it could be. And I hoped it would be you. The samurai who even Kami believed in? I thought it was too good to be true. But in the end, it was. Kami left you, and now I understand why. I guess in the end, a true samurai carries himself with honor, but can never truly change the world.
Linkin Park starts playing.
So, at this point, you notice that, so now you can start doing what you want to do freely at this. You gonna try and run again, or?
Let me see. Well, I'm gonna try and run again.
Okay.
You shoot go again.
So as soon as you get ready to do, immediately you see Owari teleports right in front of you.
GG. It's full time to fight.
Can I run up right next to Shiro, or am I still too far back?
You can start running up now.
And I guess I'll draw my sword then.
All right. At which point, so Owari kind of sees that you have both, that you're both readying yourself. So Owari just like takes a quick step back. He goes, "So, Hajime is here to join the traitor."
What are you doing here, Hajime?
I'm not leaving you, Shiro. Too good of friends. You're not doing this alone.
I hope you're prepared to fight or die trying.
Lost one arm doing that
So-
before.
Both of you roll a spot check.
Wow, the one day that I decided to roll one on the
Both
spot check.
spectrums.
GG.
So, Shiro, you're just focused on Owari as a straight-up fighter. Hajime, you notice that something's a little bit more unique to Owari than the last time you saw him. Specifically, he's holding, or he has a ruby ring that he's carrying, that he's holding, like, on his hand. Silas, Shiro, Kozakai, any of you remember what that is?
Oh my god, so
The ring
it
I've been
was
testing.
important? Motherfucker.
That's the fucking item that I talked about that happened in, like, fucking episode 4.
GG.
I
What
heard
does
about
it
that.
do?
Kono.
Do you remember what it does?
Tracks people by its track.
Can I do a lore of some sort to recognize it? Because
Nope.
I wasn't there. No.
No,
Okay.
this is one of a kind. There's no way that you'd be familiar with this. Only Shiro would know it because he's already encountered it. So you could bring it up to him.
I don't see it though.
I'm saying Hajime could bring it up to him.
I'm not gonna realize since I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna realize
Yeah,
that
that's-
it's legit.
That's
So I'm
a
not gonna
very
bring it
good
up.
point. That's a very good
So
point.
I'm not gonna break the meta for that.
Okay, that's a very good.
What is it though? Like,
Like, I think
mean-
it was like they track people by tracker signature or something like that.
Anything, I'll metagame it. Anyone who the ring has touched, the ring can track them wherever they are. Shiro and Kozakai touched this a long, long time ago. So now you might be wondering, how did Owari show up when you were fucking returning to the village? How do you know to be right there? I know fucking he's been everywhere, man.
Only with us.
So okay, back to back into the moment instead of breaking the immersion. So Owari looks at you both and goes, "In memory of how we started as a team, I'll grant you both some last words and questions before your death by combat. And don't worry, I'm going to hold nothing back from this fight. You deserve that much." So, do any of you two have any questions? Anything you'd like to ask him?
I do.
Yeah.
But it's more to you. Is there a river below us anywhere?
No.
Alright, cool.
Middle of a forest.
I'm gonna reach my hand over to Shiro. And
What
Thanks.
side are you standing on?
Well, I'm just doing it for the camera.
He does still have both of his arms. You know, well, one of them's robotic.
GG.
I know Shiro does. What about the Hajime have
Oh,
too?
Hajime. Yeah, you're right. I
I'm
forgot
missing
about
my left arm.
Which side of Shiro are you standing on?
it.
Well,
He's on Shiro's left side, according to the map right there.
so my right arm.
GG.
All right, Shiro. You ready for this?
We're getting out of this alive. There's things I need to do.
People I need to do. So I've been there.
People you need to do, huh?
All right.
Gonna do them good. Real good.
So, any questions?
Since I want
Anything at all?
initiative, I'm gonna say your prayers, Owari, and then I'm gonna go and attack him.
All
I
right.
want to ask, why must we have to die? Why are you getting involved in this?
Owari says, because you're traitors to the Leaf.
So are you.
But everything I do for the Leaf. We kind of already had this conversation in the last episode.
But Hajime wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
it.
I'm just letting you know, metagaming. If this is repetitive to anybody, that's why.
So you're a hypocrite.
Yes. You can think of me whatever you like. Opinions of dead men don't matter.
I ain't dead.
And let's change that. So at this point, you notice something that's going to be just a swift action to take place beforehand. Shiro, with your sense chakra, this is on a level that even though you're not concentrating it, you kind of detect it. There's a massive chakra shift. To answer your question, Jim, yes, the same conditions still apply. There's a massive chakra shift happening in Owari. So Shiro, you now have initiative. You're first.
Alright, so I'm gonna go into speed rank 4, strength rank 3.
I'm gonna pull out my short sword myself. Zink.
Jump in the Bato Jutsu stance. And moving inside of the square. And make an attack of war.
All right. That's a miss.
Rip. Alright, in my turn then.
This ain't gonna be an easy fight for you. I'm gonna tell you this, Shiro. I lied to you a little bit. Your odds of surviving this are roughly 0.0001%.
Oh, don't worry, I know. With the GM, you don't have a percentage. You don't have a chance. Let me get that in the screen here.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's an incredibly minuscule chance. If Owari rolls a 1 on every single one of his attacks, which I'm gonna let you know, that's not gonna probably not gonna happen. So you see a little bit more of a visual change right now happening to Owari. You notice that he begins to be covered in a red cloak.
So,
At which point, you see that there are 3 visible tails emerging from it.
yeah.
What's that, Lynn? Are you talking?
What?
This
Okay.
is why you
I just
let
can't
my
hear you
original
right now.
character be a fucking tailed beast.
I had things for the tailed beast already planned out, and no one sought out the fucking details about the 7 tails after everything happened in the waterfall village.
GG.
Just so you know, Lane, I'm not sure if you were just muted and talking or just silently talking to yourself.
I was talking to myself.
Okay. I just thought your lips moved. I wasn't
Well,
sure.
lucky enough, I was implanted with the first Hokage cells.
Jeez.
I touched him just like I
It's
did.
not your turn.
Rip.
So,
But he didn't deny it.
Owari is going to make a full attack action against you.
Bring
At
it
which point, he makes just for a visual, he makes a rapid flurry of 10 attacks.
Wow. So
This isn't GM bullshit.
isn't it?
Hold on. He's an overpowered character that I had no intention for you to fight this fucking
Connor,
on this mission.
this is gonna be him going in slow motion, okay? And this is Shiro and I, like looking at each other, like the violinist on the Titanic. It was an honor playing with you. Just
So I've got to pull up all these attacks have their own different penalties.
Kiss, kiss, kiss. Like,
You're gonna see exactly what the full kind of level of Owari is. He's just a little bit stronger of a character.
Wow. Okay.
All right, so those are 3 hits, I assume.
Obviously.
All right,
Oh,
that's a hit.
anyone-
That's a hit.
Anyone
that's a hit.
has anywhere near 47 defense. Like,
wow.
Yeah, unless he rolls a 1, I'm pretty sure no matter what these are gonna hit. Hit, hit, hit. It's getting a lot of 2s though. And then the last 2 are 32. And that last one, chances are critical.
so this is basically a one shot.
Doesn't-
Is what you're saying.
On a character as strong as you, essentially.
GG. So where did the where's the damage at? Let's do it.
Oh, you're
Okay.
dead!
3 points of damage.
Oh, this is for the health. Oh, this is for the health.
Yeah, I
That's
lied.
the damage.
I lied to
You
deceive you.
nerd.
I lied to deceive you.
I know you did. I thought about it. I was like, there's no way this is for effing health. I was like, no one has this much health.
Hajime just
Look
shit his
at
pants and said, "Can I go
That
right
was what I
now?
was gonna say. I just shit my pants.
Can I go back to the village now?"
If you'd like, Shiro, you can also make a fortitude save to determine whether or not you're stunned.
I don't care about that trash. Look at this. Oh, you're stunned, but you're also dead. What the
I had no intention for you guys to fight Owari this mission. Remember that.
I was gonna run out of attacker, and he was gonna catch me anyway. We're gonna fight at a higher disadvantage. The 303 damage is not something any character that I'll ever create will be able to endure.
Owari's
Unless
also
we
a
become
character. That's worth
Yeah, I was
noting.
gonna say, if we become every character, then maybe.
The end goal of this campaign is to be epic characters. Owari's based on that model.
So
So, Hajime, you watch Shiro get cut into little itty bitty pieces.
What you didn't know is Shiro went into total defense mode, which means no hit at all.
Can I do a treat injury check?
better do an effing run check. I don't know what you have to do. You better get that thing.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I'm doing. I saw that happen. I'm booking it.
All right, Shiro, change your name.
Oh wow! I'll change my name to Blank Man because wow.
So you start running away, and Owari immediately like a few seconds go by, and Owari immediately teleports in front of you, cutting you off. And he goes through with a very similar attack.
Well, we gotta see how much damage though.
This one, it also all of his attacks. Do you just want to assume they're all hits, or do you want me to roll them all again?
I want you to roll them.
Okay, that's a 1, 2
I-
potential crits.
I'm gonna be honest with you, kind of. I didn't think it was gonna be like this.
3.
I didn't think 300 damage. I thought it was gonna be like, all right, he's gonna do some weak stuff, and then he's gonna like, then come at me with the real stuff.
Not a not
Five,
a critical
3
failure.
Actually, 17 hit.
No. I'm saying the 17 was to confirm the critical failure. That would determine whether or not the rest of the attacks actually went through. God damn. Yeah, that's not a critical failure.
What do you mean that's not a critical failure?
You roll a 20.
Like it's still a miss. It's not it's not like the super fail.
Like,
Now, like if you roll a 1, I have you roll again to confirm a critical failure, not just a miss. Like the kind of thing where like he'd go to stab you, but he fucking like fumbles and stabs himself, kind of a thing.
Pieces.
Okay, now to confirm 3 criticals. All right, 1 succeeds on the critical.
Fuck.
So that was 2 misses. So okay, so
yeah,
that
taken care of.
is-
It was all an inside. This whole effing thing was effing plotted against.
those
This is not
last
what I
2.
expected to happen here.
I expected me to beat it because he messaged me. He was like, all right, so if you can survive for 3 rounds, then you may get some backup.
I said 2 rounds. So you know, on the 3rd round you get back.
You can survive for 1 round.
He survived for
Listen,
1 round.
I put a lot of effort into fucking this dialogue. I had to deceive you. This is a little bit of bullshit on my personal end. However, you told me this was what you were intending to do from the beginning.
I mean, technically, you didn't lie. You did have backup. I was on my way.
Unfortunately, Jim, this is the 2nd turn, so you are not able to.
GG.
So you take 165 points of damage, Hajime.
Oh,
I have
man,
1
got
point
played.
left.
No, you don't.
All right. Hajime's dead too.
Yeah, so this is a double kill.
GG.
A piece of Silas feels like it's been ripped from his chest as his friend dies.
Motherfucker, you should just let me be able to save Hajime at least. Like, last second, I took the last fucking few hits.
You should have rolled better on your track check.
You know,
So this is
You
something
can
that
save
happened.
Fubuki.
So
You can
Jim's
save
character.
Fubuki.
Do you want to try and save Fubuki?
why not? Unless there's someone.
I'm just gonna ask you one more time. Are you sure you want to get involved in this, knowing what you know now?
Well, I'm just teleporting in and teleporting out. I'm not gonna fucking fuck with it.
Roll
She's
that
gonna be
handle
lying
animal
to me,
check.
like,
So what technique are you using to teleport out with Fubuki?
Dimension shift.
Okay, so Shiro, since this is still Fubuki's under your control as of the moment, would you say that Fubuki would be a willing participant in someone teleporting and grabbing her and trying to rip her away?
Not away from her dead master. I don't think any.
All right.
do that.
Fubuki roll will save
A will save. Oh, against the.
Yep. against Jim's teleportation.
Yeah, I got you. Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Fubuki resists your teleportation. Jim, you can still teleport away yourself.
Well, I'm teleporting away myself. I don't give a shit about Fubuki.
All right.
Rip.
And so now
Left you too.
that's that. Your character's gone, so you're not aware of anything happening to Fubuki. Hajime, you're gone as well, so no one's aware. Jim, you're away. Owari got a glimpse at you.
I don't give a
And
shit
so that's
about
how we
them.
start off today's mission.
What the fuck?
Wow. Just,
How are we
I will be
I-
completely
okay,
honest to the audience. I did not expect this to happen.
How are we
I
gonna
expected
know?
a chance.
How are we gonna know that you guys are dead though?
You'll find out.
We aren't gonna show back up ever.
I mean, I guess they
Oh.
won't. I mean, unless you find out from
Months
Owari
go
himself,
by.
or you find Fubuki if she's alive.
Yep.
So we're gonna continue here in just a second. I need to go take care of something. I will be right back.
The recording's still going. All right. Well, I didn't expect. I honestly, I thought I had a chance. I thought I would at least have like a minor chance, not a 0.01, but maybe like a 15% chance.
Dude, Connor led me to
Succeeding on
believe
high
that
check.
we would succeed. He led
He
me to
hasn't played-
believe. He fucking played me.
I honestly expected to live. Like a little part of me expected to live.
Dude,
Because
I thought so too.
I didn't. From the very beginning, I thought y'all was gonna die.
I feel like this is partially my fault.
It is.
How?
if you
This is just all Silas's fault. It's fine. It's all Silas. Let's blame him.
I feel like you guys would still be alive if it wasn't for me
Why?
because I released
Okay.
Owari.
That's right, you did.
You did
Are you
what?
for real?
Oh yeah, no, I forgot you guys didn't know about that. I forgot because it was on a mini session that he was in. I forgot I could metagame it.
What happened?
Oh, I mean, do you want to tell him? I mean, about what happened?
I released Owari.
That's pretty much it. He happened to use the scroll to release him. He
No,
lied
I
about
knew
not
it.
having the scroll.
I knew it. I knew it. Why the fuck? I
couldn't
knew it.
remember if it was Hajime or if it was Kozukai that said, "Well, don't you still have a scroll?" And I was like, "Nope."
Yeah, he lied, and I was like, "Oh, there he has another scroll."
Dude, I was like, I gotta get that scroll from Travis so I can unleash a war upon the world. So you did it.
He's here now.
I did it.
Well, don't feel too bad.
God.
I
Even
feel
because
pretty bad about it. I feel pretty bad about it. I was like, "Oh man, if they die, it's on me."
I mean, looking at that, he probably would have escaped. Well, I mean, I don't actually, because I guess Naruto and Sasuke and everybody are epic characters too. So maybe not.
So Naruto and Sasuke had him, and you let him go?
They locked
we,
him.
We
all
had him
locked him up.
trapped. He was in prison. He was trapped.
You're a sack of shit.
All right, so we're back here in the session. Some time's gone by, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna group you all up here, down at the bottom. Why's that being so laggy? Yeah. So Regekio, Shikamaru were walking with the rest of the team, walking behind them back to the village. Silas carrying Lane. I guess it's really just you five and Ken walking at your side. When all of a sudden, a man appears in front of you. What's up?
Good?
When all of a sudden, a man appears in front of you. That man you all recognize as Owari. And he's holding a number of items, a few of which you can immediately recognize as he tosses on the ground.
Get one
The
shot.
first is Shiro's severed robotic arm.
Did you get the sword, though? That sword's valuable.
We're getting there. The second, you're muted. Okay. The second, the second is Hajime's only arm,
Wow, you gonna do that to him? You gonna have to do that to him?
and the third is Fubuki's head.
You effing scumbag! You
I call the head of Fubuki.
F
I
you,
call the head of
Owari.
Fubuki. I want to put it on my wall.
Oh my god.
At which point, he simply says, Shiro and Hajime are gone. The rogue ninja are no more. And then he pulls out a couple of other items and he throws the first one at Ken, which Ken catches it as it's a sheathed sword.
Sword back.
And he goes, I believe this belongs to you. And then he picks up a bag and he throws it at you, Lane.
Okay.
It's just like a little, kind of like a little coin purse looking thing that's got something in it, but you can very clearly tell it's not coins.
Okay.
Do you inspect it?
Not right now. I'm highly debating
Alright.
fucking setting his fucking ass on fire.
At any point, should you choose to do that, just say so. Okay, sorry. He says, this is a gift for you about your heritage. I fucking said that word really weird, heritage.
Heritage.
Go ahead and open it, he says. Just gonna remain not doing anything.
I'm just gonna stare at him and activate my Sharingan.
Okay.
But
He just kind of chuckles and he looks at you and he goes, you know, I saw what you were capable of back there. You don't want to do anything
the
you'll
bag.
regret now.
Earn the bag.
What?
Who the fuck is talking? Shut up.
So at this point, then he just kind of sighs and looks ahead. He goes, now then, Shikamaru, Regekio, I have some words for you. As you can see, and he draws his two swords that he has at his side. I have these swords. Omoi had them stolen a while back. I take it you can assume exactly what happened. You can end the search for him. I'll be as for Shiro and Hajime's body, there's someone who I'll be meeting soon, who I intend to give them as a gift to.
The one thing I didn't want to happen.
He'll enjoy the gifts. Now then, I'll be going. And he turns around. Anyone gonna do anything?
I'm gonna curse a warrior from the grave.
So no.
So Silas doesn't get a present?
No present for Silas.
I'm gonna curse a warrior.
So you don't do anything, Lane? You're not gonna use the Amaterasu?
No.
Okay. So at this point, Shikamaru yells, not so fast! And he makes a rapid hand sides and yells, Shadow Possession Jutsu! At which point the shadow extends and connects to Owari, at which point a huge puff of smoke appears, revealing a log where he was. And you just hear a voice in the distance, and you just kind of hear it echoing throughout the forest. You didn't really expect that to work, did you? Goodbye. And then you just kind of feel his presence being farther and farther away. No, Jim, you can't. The bodies are no longer there.
I like Jim.
God damn it.
You remember, Owari and how he takes care of the bodies was covered very early on. He doesn't just leave them in the forest. And at which point, Regekio, he just kind of You see, he kind of murmurs to himself, at which point Shikamaru turns to him and he starts to yell. He goes, "That's what you meant by having it handled, isn't it? You knew that Owari would kill them." At which point Regeko just pauses and remains quiet.
I'm gonna activate my Mangekyo and look at him.
At Regeko?
Yeah.
Okay. Regeko immediately looks at this and he just kind of glares at you and he goes, "You even think about doing anything and you'll regret it."
As far as I'm concerned, you're in league with traitors.
So at that
Right.
point, he looks at you and he glares and he yells, "I'm fully aware of exactly everything that you've been doing under Coyote's orders. Be careful about the hand that you're about to bite."
Ooh.
I pass out from exhaustion because I've never used Mangekyo this much.
Oh, so wait. He threw it to Lane while she was on my shoulder.
Yeah.
It's like,
So at this point, Regeko, he just kind of turns to Shikamaru and he goes, "He told me that he would handle anyone escapes. I encountered him as I was scouting the building. That's why it took me so long to get back. I know I should have told you, but I trusted him to do what was necessary more than you or I. And it's clear that he did, even though... Listen, I'm sorry, Shikamaru." At which point Shikamaru just kind of glares at him and sighs and goes, "Let's go back to the village. Lord Hokage will talk to you about this."
I want to say that I pick up the what's left of my friends.
The arm, the
little
arms.
The
little
arm,
baggie,
the arm, the metal piece, and a head.
take the
You
little
could
baggie.
say that I'm ahead of the game on this one.
You didn't expect fucking Owari to catch Fubuki's head off, did you?
I thought
I'm
she
gonna-
was just
I'm
gonna.
gonna-
sneak.
I'm gonna mount it to my wall.
Oh. You're gonna mount the
She
arms up
gets
too?
stuffed.
Just title it "My Friend Corner."
Yeah.
Do you have something if
My
a
friend's
Geki's there?
corner.
What about
Jeez.
Kono's puppet?
Oh, yeah, he's gonna collect everything. GG.
Kono.
Rip.
Kono. I have a puppet of Kono's, and then I collected some dust from Kozukai.
You collected some dust.
Gonna put it in face.
Oh,
Just gonna-
snap.
I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top of everybody's stuff. He would have liked it
This
that
is where
way,
we
but
find
whatever.
out Silas in a post-apocalyptic world would be the governor, collecting the bodies.
Oh.
You know about that?
Huh?
So you all make your way back to the village, and you eventually arrive, and you arrive into the Hokage's mansion, or the Hokage's room. At which point, Silas, you recognize... Oh, what's up, Lane?
Am I conscious?
Yeah, you're conscious at this point. Enough time has gone by. You're still exhausted, and Silas is still carrying you, but you're conscious. But you recognize, Lane and Silas, you both recognize someone who you already know, who's already in the room. You recognize Marco.
Polo.
Remember Marco from the Sand Ninja?
Which one is he? Is he the nice one?
Yeah, he's the one who wasn't a traitor.
Oh, cool. I like Marco. Oh, yeah, that's the one I wanted to go see when I was there, and we didn't get to see him because he wasn't there. Hey, Marco. Long time.
Yes, yes. Why are your friends gone? I thought that you had a bigger team than this.
I just tossed the stuff on the ground. There they are.
So Marco just kind of quietly nods his head and goes, "I see." So you all
What's that?
explain the situation that happened, blah, blah, blah. Just going to skip past that. Anything you want to keep out?
I want to tell him about Owari and his new tail.
You
We
didn't
don't
see that.
know about it.
Damn it! I didn't, did
Yeah.
I?
Nope.
Fuck!
Well, we're gonna tell him that Owari was there. Owari did it. Regeko knew about it.
Hold on. Wouldn't, with the Mangekyo Sharingan, Lane would have been able to see the beast inside?
Lane can only see the beast if it's manifesting. The reason why she was able to see it instead of Fu all that time ago is because Fu always had it using a bit of her chakra, or she was always using a bit of the Seven Tails chakra at all times for reasons.
Okay. Makes sense. My bad.
Yeah. Otherwise, with the Mangekyo, it's possible she could have seen it because that's like what Sasuke does. Although
But
he didn't
I didn't activate the Mangekyo while Owari was there.
exactly. And Sasuke didn't actually have the Mangekyo. He only does that to Naruto. Anyway, details aside, Lane's not fully aware of it.
She was kind of tired too.
She can
so-
definitely notice. You might have noticed that he's definitely stronger, but you
Plus,
weren't able
with
to tell
how
exactly what
exhausted
from.
plus with how exhausted I was, I wouldn't have been able to figure that out.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been like he has 2 chakra signatures, a lot like Fu. It was just he has a very strong chakra.
Yeah.
I'm about to pass out, and then I passed out.
My friends are dead. Half my team, more than half my team is dead. I don't know what to do.
So just assuming that you've all explained everything, Naruto lets out a very deep sigh at that. He goes, "It's a shame about your friends, Lane and Silas. I'm very sorry. However, this unfortunately isn't the time for soft hearts. This is a time to making sure that this doesn't happen again. Silas, you're the last person from your original team. Everyone else has been turned traitor. You understand what that means to us as a village, right?
Yeah.
Regekko, once you're done here, you are to escort Silas to Coyote, where you'll both answer questions. We need to be able to trust you, Silas. I hope that you understand."
You're not gonna
Fucking-
have Regekko
I fucking hate that guy.
interrogated as well.
He said both will answer questions.
Good.
And he just kind of lets out a deep sigh. And he goes, "But before you take him away, Regekko, as you see, we have a guest here, which you're all familiar with. His name is Marco. He's a sand ninja. He's been tracking the rogue sand ninja Masutei. Silas, you managed to best Masutei in the Chunin exams. We're certain he's stronger now, but so are you. And Lane, with your Sharingan, you're a perfect counter to Gyaku. You two, assuming that Silas passes his questioning, will be put alongside Marco as well as some new teammates to fill in for your old ones to handle this situation. According to Marco's intel, we have some time, so you're going to rest up and you'll set out in a week."
I have a question.
Yes.
Can Ken come?
No. Ken has other matters that he has to stay here for. Aw, Adiane was sad about that.
She was.
So, anything else?
I guess I obviously need to talk to you about my Sharingan.
He goes, "Yes, that's something that I'm very interested in. However, I figure that we're going to put this conversation on hold until the expert on the matter comes back. In about 2 weeks, Sasuke will be back in the village from a mission that he's on. We'll talk to you about this then." Anything else?
I don't want that.
You don't want that?
No. It's the message I get. I'm sorry. I mean, continue.
So, y'all get taken, Silas, you're taken away and escorted, and you go through a questionnaire, blah, blah, blah. And so, you see Coyote sitting there in a kind of an interrogation room. Imagine like a 50s style police station. Yelling?
I can't say it out loud.
Okay. So Silas, Coyote's sitting there across there's a little table between you two, and he goes, "So, how are you feeling?"
Better than ever, really. Didn't take a scratch during that last fight.
But emotionally, how are you doing? Adiane, Silas is in her feelings right now.
He's expressing them.
I sad that I couldn't change the outcome of what happened, but they made their choice.
So he looks at you and he goes, "Do you have any intent to do the same thing?"
What, leave the village?
Yes.
This is my home. I've never known anything else.
He kind of looks at you and he thinks, He just kind of thinks for a moment, pauses, and he opens his eyes and he says, "Why did you free Owari?"
I didn't forget Owari.
Roll bluff check.
GG. Looked like it's gonna get real up in here.
So he just kind of pauses and he goes, If you had been able to free Owari, why would you have?
I guess if I were to free him, I'd want some answers. I wouldn't want to know why he betrayed us. I'd want to know why he did what he did. And I would want to know... I would want to know why even teach us if that's what he had planned to do this whole time.
He pauses for a moment and he just waits and just looks at you and he asks one final question. And he says, do you think, or if he was in front of you right now and he was ready to attack you, what would you do?
Die.
He kind of chuckles at that. And he goes, all right. You are free to continue on your missions right now. However, you will be under very, very close scrutiny. We will be watching you.
I have nothing to hide.
Well, let's hope that is the truth. He stands up and he walks out, leaving the door open behind him.
So can I go? Yeah, I'm just... He gets up.
Yeah.
Oh, Connor, I know you're whispering someone else, but I'm going to send you a whisper something about my character.
Okay.
Not a
So
whispering going on.
Silas, you continue your way out. So anything as special that they want to do during this week? You know, funeral happens for Hajime and Shiro.
Is Kozukat's sister gonna be there?
Oh yeah, and for Kozukai, we should also have him there. Yeah. Yeah, Kozukai's sister's
Wow.
there. She's weeping at Shiro's grave.
That her own effing brother. Dang, Kozukat was effing hate.
I'd like to go
What's
by
this?
the... I'd like to go by the taxidermy.
I mean, I'm just gonna attend Shiro's and Hajime's funeral. Try to find Silas so I can talk to him.
I'm going to tell the taxidermist that I would like the metal arm to hold the head. Like, like...
Wow.
The taxidermist looks and goes, I can do that.
Awesome.
Says, so for this whole thing, it's going to cost you about 1,000 Rio.
Got you.
All right. And time passes and he hands it back to you, and you're on your way back with the stiffened metal arm and Fubuki's head when all of a sudden a man jumps down in front of you. That man being Jim, but you don't know that.
What do you want, stranger?
GG.
Nick,
Wait, what? What's happening?
you met Silas. You caught him when he's on his way back with the metal hand and the head.
He said, "What do you want, stranger?"
Did he?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I wanted to talk to you.
I don't see why. I've never met you before in my life.
Well, I'm gonna be part of your new team. Just wanted to say hello.
That's awfully nice of you.
Yeah, and that's a really weird art project you got going on there.
Sorry, pause 1 second. Sure, I want you to know that you sent that as Owari.
Oh yeah, no. Look at my
My name is Owari. Yeah, I see that now. All right, continue on, Silas.
I was gonna send you another message, but yeah, it's too late. You already mentioned it.
You,
Sorry.
I'm gonna be... I'll make this very clear. I used to be a very trusting person. It's gonna take a lot to gain my trust. Don't fuck me over.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, if you're gonna be on my team, be on my team.
You know that.
I still don't understand. You mean team full of traitors
Yes,
that all died?
that was my last team. Every one of my teammates except for one has died. I'm the only one that lives. So,
Well,
and that is because they
we don't
all
think
either
grace
try
for
to.
greater good.
That's nice of you to say, but most of them are just trying to. Most of them try to leave, and they pay for it.
GG.
Oh.
So it's nice to meet you, Jim. I'll be at the training ground tomorrow if you want to meet up. We'll talk more about it. Right now, I'm going to go home and reflect on the passing of my friends.
Sad.
All right.
Take his
Well,
arm down.
good luck with that gruesome ass art project.
Oh, it's just a memorial for a great friend of mine. If I had one of his swords, I would have used it as well, but I don't.
You know, that's kind of fucked up. But
Have
I
the
like that.
hand holding the sword with Fubuki's head on the end of the sword.
That's what was going to happen. This actually, the blade of the sword was going to be coming out of Fubuki's mouth. It was going to be like in between a tooth. But it is what it is. I mean,
Well, what do you mean the blade?
if there was a blade, if I would have got one of Shiro's blades, I was going to have it go through the head.
Nope, no
And
weapons.
I didn't get it though, so I didn't. So that's
Yeah,
it.
Shiro's
that's
fucking
what
special
we-
weapon that he has, not there.
That's what we were saying. That if he had gotten his sword, it would be like that.
Okay, sorry. I'm going through whisper after whisper, so I'm trying to pay attention to the two things at once. So sorry.
Stuff.
All right, Jim. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right, so are you two actually going to meet up tomorrow and do anything of value?
I was
No.
just going to train. So
Okay. Does anyone have anything they need to do during the week? Yes, Lane?
I want to look at whatever was in that bag.
Okay.
What's in that
So
bag?
you open up the bag, and you see a paper bomb that detonates. No.
Max
Then
in.
I lose my eyes, and now I don't have the Sharingan. Oh gosh.
So you see that inside is a picture of a man that you're familiar with. A picture of Orochimaru. With a little note saying, with a little text on the back of it that says, "You'll want to pay him a visit if you want the truth."
that's ominous.
How big is the little coin Percy thing?
Not big. It's like like if you closed your hand like that, it could fit in that.
If I became Italian, it would fit in my hand.
Yeah.
That is a great joke. I love it. 10 out of 10.
Look at Danny Phantom over here.
Get along, 'cause he's Danny Phantom.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna write a report.
All right. And when you do any shopping or anything during this mission, just prep.
No, but you can give me my experience if you want.
Okay. So Lane and Silas, you get experience.
And that's it.
You get 2,000.
How much do I get?
We're just gonna give you a solid 2,000.
Sweet.
Yeah, a little bit of the inklings from them, from the corpses.
Any money?
When do we level up again?
I guess it was considered a failed
42.
mission. So would there be any money?
No, you succeeded your mission in terms of you dispatched a Kozakai, so yeah, you would have gotten your money. So you each got that was a S-class mission. You each got 30,000 Ria.
Whoop.
GG. You know I can't do that, Silas.
Can I
What?
take some of
I'll message you.
the money that Hajime? Can I take the money Hajime would have earned?
Nope. Unfortunately, that's not how they work. All right. Any shopping that you need to do right now?
No.
All right.
Skip to the.
So you all arrive at the Hokage mansion. You know, you all get called to it. Blah blah blah. Where you see a few new teammates are there. I guess there are 3 brand new teammates, not just the 2 that I was.
3.
Yeah, because there's Kozakai, you, and Hajime.
So Jim,
All
Silver,
died.
and
All
Hira.
right.
So, all right. So you all. Do you want me to describe you all?
Sure. Well, that's for me anyway. I'll speak
Okay.
for myself.
Well, I mean, I want to describe myself.
Okay, Hira, do you want me to describe you at all?
Yeah, I don't talk.
Okay. So you walk in and you see 3 completely unfamiliar faces. One of which is wearing a completely white mask.
For what?
It kind of reminiscent of an ombu, but it's not. You know, it's very different to distinct itself.
That's that thing.
And then his outfit is very plain and white as well.
White on white.
So Naruto introduces as everyone. I'd like you to meet Hira. You know, that's when you see that. Silver. So Silver is 5'10", has silver eyes, black hair, brown skin, roughly your age. His black hair is usually covered by a headband protector, similar to how the second Hokage wore his. He has darker skin than most people in his country since he's a foreigner, blah, blah, blah. He's muscular. And then he wears chainmail armor underneath a ragged leather overcoat. I don't know if I should be explaining all that.
You don't have to. I thought it was just gonna be like a very,
Okay.
very brief description.
I'm describing the outfit too, and you actually put in the details, so I'm
You can.
avoiding that.
I guess.
Fingerless gloves, black pants, and boots. And a large leather overcoat.
It's a character description.
Dude, you have to have fingerless gloves if you want to be a pimp.
The village, shouldn't I?
All right, and next.
All right, and then this is your final new teammate, Jim.
I thought that was Jim you were just grabbing first, honestly. Even though he said like he wasn't gonna put the character description in. So, is that Jim?
All right, well, I'm 6'4", or 6 foot, not 6'4".
I was gonna say you're not 6'4" at your age.
Nope. I have white hair. I got miscolored eyes. One's reddish, not dark red, but it's like a little tint. It's not pink, but it's not red. I don't know what to call that color.
Salmon.
What is that? I guess salmon.
Salmon.
Yeah.
And then the other one's blue. Yeah, it was blue. I have to look on my character sheet. Just wearing normal ninja clothes. I'm not trying to look like a goddamn swag lord. Fingerless gloves.
I'm not an effing ninja, you nerd.
Alright, and
I guess I am now.
I have yellow skin. Other than that,
Yellow
normal looking
skin.
ninja. Yeah, I look like I have jaundice.
No, it's not that yellow. I'm not allowing that
Why not? Why not?
because.
Alright, fine. I'll be black again.
Okay. On the opposite of yellow, of course.
I was living joke.
And so Naruto says, and of course, and you see the final person in the room, Marco. He will be leading you on this mission to where you need to go.
Fuck, another leader? No.
GG.
I want you to know the name of this sheet that I have for Owari is Owari version 4 Nanabi mode speed and strength 10.pdf.
Easy. Easy, too greasy. Should have
Connor,
added to it.
Yeah.
I'm messaging you again.
Fantastic. Sorry, I'm just closing out of that. Okay.
I'm about to message you too.
I'm going to be very actively glaring at all of them. Except for Marco.
Okay.
You get my message? I'm gonna stop.
Hi.
Alright, stop. Alright, go on.
Why would he, Hira?
Well, he's the leader. I feel like he would get information, right?
No.
No? Okay.
He's leading you. He's not the squad captain of the mission. He's leading you to the objective.
So Silas would know then.
Yes, Silas is still the squad captain. But that's on the way. So you're all taking off to your mission. Blah blah blah. On the way, if you'd like, you can all talk to each other.
Are we being told what to do first, or what?
It's a follow. So he says, follow Marco to the objective. At which point you're to locate and either capture or kill Masutei and his team.
All right, let's do this.
And y'all continue on your way. All right, anyone want to say anything?
So it seems like traders aren't just from the Leaf Village.
Who are you talking to with that one? Just out loud?
Yep, just kind of an out loud comment.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna
Well,
completely
I
ignore.
know I look like I'm not from the Leaf, but I was born here.
Lane, hush.
I'm gonna roll my eyes at Silas and then look away.
Wow.
That was a first.
Get salt thrown in your eyes.
Anything else anyone wants to do? Anyone want to talk about strategy or skill set or anything? Anything like that?
I'm
Well, I
gonna,
guess
Oh,
I
here's
start
something to do while we're on
fresh.
this map. Sorry, real quick.
You need to erase
everyone-
the green.
Make your houses.
You need to erase the green.
well, yeah, Mike burned
Oops.
down the fucking.
I
oh my God.
forgot I've read it.
Do you want me to just draw it,
Yep.
Connor?
Yeah, just draw a little spot. If I have a problem with it, I'll tell you, but
You okay with that?
you'll find out.
So I guess these three don't have headsets.
I'm fine with that.
Can you help me color that? My mouse is like not right. Is that good?
Just got. No. I'll be colored.
Thank you. I just want it right there. I mean, you could redo it if you want. I don't
I
care.
guess these three don't have radios.
Let me actually look. Nope, the radio.
Nope. No, they do not.
So, Lane, we're still special.
My other guy had a radio, but no. Where do I want to live?
Connor,
I
how's
wanna live
mine?
next to water.
Also, mild metagaming moment. The reason I made that comment is because we're tracking down Masutei, who was a leaf, or who was a sand shinobi. So now we're tracking him down to go kill him, meaning obviously he's not a sand shinobi anymore.
Yeah, you're all fully aware that he was rogue.
There we go.
That's full enough for me.
Talking about mine.
That a little bit. No, silver.
So why do you go?
Actually, Connor, can you erase mine? I don't know how to erase it.
You're aware of why I went rogue. To refresh your memory, remember when they helped you during the grass attack on the leaf and how pathetic that was, and they went back to their village, and Marco was left unconscious in the train cart, and he kind of went over it all. Did I go over that with people?
No,
We did.
not
I
with
thought
the
it was
vast
that.
majority.
Well, yeah,
Alright.
it was just me, Zach, and well, I guess the character.
Oh yeah, I
says
was on
me,
that thing.
Hajime, and everyone was dead, so I guess none of you guys would
Yeah,
even
so you two
have
wouldn't
any
know.
chance of knowing.
So- Marco starts talking about how so my team abandoned me after we helped you with the grass attack. Apparently the after him using his summoning or his puppet summoning that threw off some red flags, and that meant that he would have had to be questioned by Konkuro, the head puppet master in the village. He didn't want to do that, and he took the rest of the team and they went rogue. Since then, I've been trying to track them down under orders of the village. And it's been a hard journey, but without a doubt, there's been no shortage of a pile of corpses.
So, by personal experience, I know that you are honorable and you're a good person, but these were your friends, your teammates. How do we know that you're not going to get there and switch to their side.
So he just kind of remains
Yeah.
quiet for a moment. What were you
I'm
gonna say?
Chime in here, like, I'm gonna go. Yeah, let's kill him.
I like Jim.
So Marco, he stops and he turns around and he looks at you and he says, "I will break your neck where you stand."
Me?
No, to Jim.
So I'm gonna teleport behind him.
He
I go-
follows up and teleports behind you.
I'm
Leapfrog.
gonna whip my head around and go, do it.
He looks at you and he just kind of leans in and he says, "Do anything to jeopardize the mission, and I will."
Oh
That's
boy, I'm about to do something right now.
Jim, settle down.
That's enough, guys. We have a mission to go to.
I'm listening to the squad captain and I go, you're lucky he chimed in because shit would have got real.
Jeez.
Real stupid.
So Marco attacks you.
Alright.
Can I?
Jim's dead.
Am I fast enough to try to intervene?
No.
They're too close right now, so no.
Unless somebody had a time-altering ninjutsu.
Give me a second here. I need to pull up his sheet.
I should have created a character that could do that. Time-altering. It's the most OP power. If you can control time, you can control anything.
Well, yeah, but time altering is unfortunately nothing that's laid out in the rules, and I won't allow time altering. Time altering allows for too much bullshit, and then you get into the whole, oh well, I would go back in time, so this never happened. But what if it's this kind of time travel? What if it's Back to the Future? What if it's
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess the one I was talking about was like where you can't go backwards, but you can alter how the time flows forward, like as far as how fast it actually proceeds, or being able to stop time and things like that.
It's like clock stoppers.
So you can't change what's happened, but you can try to change what's going to happen.
Yeah.
okay? So he's gonna make an attack at you
Wow, is Jim
Alright.
dead already?
for 22 is the hit.
He misses.
All right, what's your defense?
24.
24. All right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
he punches at you, and you feel a very strong amount of power coming from that attack, but you're able to nimbly dodge it.
Okay, now can I step in?
I mean, I was
I'm
already gonna
going
take a
to-
step back because I'm not gonna fight him.
I'm going to put my hand on both their chests and push backwards. All right, that's
I was
enough.
already
Jim's
moving back.
backing up already, so he really didn't put much weight on you.
I'm just gonna start laughing and go, is that all you got?
Jeez, yeah, from Joker, dude.
So Jim
Jim.
looks at you, and he kind of speaks before you
Jim
go,
does?
Silas.
Jim
Or
looks
sorry,
at
sorry. Marco looks
I
at you.
pulled up a mirror.
He looks at you and he says, "I will not do anything to jeopardize this mission. However, if I suspect you do, well, let's just say that there's a certain wolf that's no longer in this world that you'll have some relation to."
I don't get it.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Can I chime in?
Sure.
Can we just continue on?
I thought you didn't talk.
Marco
Yeah.
continues
I'm not
going on.
I just only talk when necessary.
Marco continues walking.
To quote your shirt, "You're killing me, Smalls."
He's not small though. We're the same height, so that's kind of hard to say.
Everyone's small to me.
GG.
And so y'all
Okay,
continue
Mr.
on your
Brown.
merry way. Until you eventually arrive at very similar to your sound mission, to a set of stairs leading underground.
GG.
This place looks safe to you guys? I got a bad feeling about this.
All right, let's continue.
All right, I'm gonna start walking down the steps and stick my hand on the wall. Is the wall made of rocks, Connor?
Yep.
All right, then I'm gonna use that jutsu,
What jutsu?
rock concealment jutsu.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna have to roll a hide check as well.
Yep.
All right, give me a second. My height is pretty high.
Alrighty.
For real? Fuck.
You got a 22.
Yeah. Can I use suppressed chakra as well?
Oh yeah. Not in combat or anything
Yeah.
right now. As you're
I'm
entering.
gonna use suppressed chakra,
Alrighty.
and I'm gonna start walking down into the thing.
Alright. Everyone gonna follow?
Suppress my chakra as well.
How do you do that?
You have to have
You
the
have to
ability to
have
suppress
it.
chakra.
Okay, I don't have it.
But you can't. Someday.
Shiro or Silver, anything that you're doing?
Oh, no. I'm walking down with the rest of these nerds.
Yeah, Hira.
Sweet.
I don't like all these whispers.
Yeah, they're fucking boring as fuck for the audience.
Rip. I mean, if
Well,
you
mine
want,
was
I
a
can
legitimate-
scroll up. I can tell you guys.
Yeah, yours was a legitimate question. I'm just whether it's like that fucking thing earlier where I was just whispering 3 different people. It's like, all right, come on now.
Well, I had a legitimate question, but it's not something I can say outside of.
Yeah, yours was legitimate
Yeah.
as well.
Can I use dog's nose technique?
Sure. But you don't know what you're smelling for. You've never met these people.
This special quality allows you to detect approaching enemy.
Okay. I thought that was the tracking one.
So do you want me to roll just
No, you just use it.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna enter the place. Now then, tell me if any of you see anything other than black.
I see like my field of vision.
Okay, you don't see anything else?
I mean, I see a black square, I think, next to me. But
Okay.
Yeah,
I
same.
But nothing that's outside of your vision.
no.
Correct.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure for size, because there's just too often where the vision thing doesn't properly fucking click in. And this is a mission where that would be a very big fucking spoiler. So before I reveal anything, as I have it all in the GM layer. So here's a fun little sneak peek for the audience. You can see fucking... Fun fact, I think I used over 200 tokens on this map.
Dang.
Wow.
So my nose is going fucking crazy.
No. Not since anything yet. What's the range on that?
It is user can detect opponents within 10 feet by sense of smell. If the opponent is upwind, the range increases to 20. If downwind, detection is impossible. Strong scents such as smoke or rotting garbage can be detected at twice the range as noted above. Overpowering scents such as skunk can be detected at triple range. And then I can take a move action to note the direction of the scent.
Okay.
Whenever I
there-
come within 5 feet of the source, the creature I can pinpoint the source's location by making a wisdom check.
Okay.
So
Yep.
are they considered upwind right now? Because
There's no wind.
Yeah, there's no one at all here.
An
An overpowering smell will still double the range on that, which might come into play. You know, hint, hint. But that's pretty much all that's going to happen, because anything in 10 range, you're at 10 feet, you're already going to be able to see. Unless it's hiding, in which case, you know, then that'll come in handy. What's up, Silas?
Does Hira, Silver, and Jim need to roll initiatives since they're new people?
No.
Yes, they will.
My
Jin doesn't
initiative,
need to.
my initiative is quite high.
Yeah, but here and Silver's will have changed.
Roll
So.
the one, bitch.
Drop.
So I don't need to roll?
No, because you already did yours earlier.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, cool.
Also, is it dark in here? Or
Yeah, is it dark in here for you, Silas?
In the room?
Yeah, like you see just your cone of vision.
I
field of vision?
see
Double 20, boys. Check it out.
30. Yes.
Okay, but just your field of vision.
Yes.
God damn it! I guess I can take Owari off this fucking.
I
initiative.
don't
Unless
have-
he's here.
I don't have low light, by the way. with
Oh
this
yeah, y'all have
character.
regular 30.
not me though?
All right. If anyone has low light vision, I can activate that right now.
I've got low light and dark vision.
That ping wasn't for low light.
Well, when it gets to my turn, I do plan on using cat eyes. So
Okay, I'll just fucking. We'll say you do that as you're entering.
Are these the stairs that we're walking down on?
Yeah, you're all here at the base. So now let me reveal stuff because I had everything on the GM layer just in case some of you had fucking bullshit vision.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Is that Crow?
So that is what the token is. That's what the picture I'm using is. So you all see ahead of you going in immediately. You can all see a bunch of puppets that are all just dangling from a ceiling. Like they've got a wire that's just hanging them up to the roof.
I can see him.
I'll move you up a little bit, Zoe.
Oh.
Hey.
Just a bunch of puppets that are just dangling from the ceiling. And there's also a big thing in front of you that you can't quite tell what it is unless any of you have like something that makes sense for like industrial knowledge.
I mean, with you saying that, I can now in my mind probably figure out what it is. But...
Yeah, metagame you can probably assume, but your characters don't actually know what this big metal contraption is.
Maybe.
Okay, so I'm going to look over at Silas and Marco. Do you think we have the element of surprise here?
Nope.
And Marco says, I agree. If there's anything I know about Masutei, it's that we're stepping into a trap and that he knows we're here. Be careful.
Would it
Change
be a
over
good
with them
idea
before.
for me to use my fire jutsu to set all these puppets on fire?
Marco pauses and he kind of thinks and he goes, I really don't know. If he's not aware of us at first, he'll definitely be aware then.
You like? I can blow them up.
Marco, he kind of thinks, he goes, I think we should first see if they react to anything. If you'd like, I'll go first and put myself at the risk. Or he also looks, he goes, or Silas, if you want to go first. I mean, you've got that big shield. Might be a good defense as well.
Yeah, if everybody wants to line up behind me, we can do that.
If y'all want to, who are before Silas, forego your initiative order, which is everybody, then you can. We'll just have Silas go first, then everyone else's turns go after.
I'm cool with that. He's the squad
Yeah.
captain, so it makes sense.
Okay. Silas, you're up first.
So what do y'all think, left or right? That big square thing in the middle, that's something that's in the way, right? We don't walk over that.
Right, you can only go around it.
So what do y'all
I
think,
mean,
left or right?
I'll
There
move it
are
away from
6
the
of
map
us.
layer. I'll make it into a token.
Do you believe it'd be best to split up into groups of 3?
What do you think, Marco?
Marco, he kind of thinks, he goes, we'll be more vulnerable if we split up. However, if there are multiple rooms or multiple paths or anything like that, we're more likely to miss it if we all stay together.
Okay.
You make
So
the shot.
splitting up it is.
What you laughing at, Silver?
Nothing.
It's either a whisper or the one I'm hinting at. So
Well,
Yeah,
Jim
it's both. If you look at it,
Jim, you are definitely
looking
not
at it.
going with Marco.
If you want, I will go with Marco if you 4 would like to go your own.
I'll go with Marco as well.
so all the new guys together.
No, Hira, Marco, and Lane together, it looks like.
All right. Okay, boys, follow me. I'm gonna go this way.
Which way are you going?
Right.
Right? Okay.
So as soon as you step right there, that puppet that's next to you reacts, and you see its mouth drops open, and a voice comes out of it.
Reach for the sky.
Rip.
That's pretty funny. No, what it opens up, and you recognize, Silas, you recognize this voice, Elaine, you recognize this voice, and Marco recognizes that the voice is Masutei. And it goes, you all must wait here except for Silas. You have an old friend who desires to speak with you up ahead.
Oh
Move
my
into the
god.
second room and follow her escort. Should any of you try to impede on the discussion, I or the escort will kill everyone.
Awesome.
All right.
It's involved.
New plan. Everybody wait here. I have a radio on Lane. I'll let her know what's going on.
Yes, sir. While that's happening, I'm gonna take a PS.
All right. And we're gonna try and disobey the orders.
I mean, are we supposed to wait where
That's
we're
pretty
at?
low roll. Okay.
You're gonna be waiting where you're at. So at this point, you see all the puppets. They all have a number of limbs on them, and they all just like extend, connecting to each other or hitting the walls to block off the path.
As
Well, I mean,
pass.
I'm still under rock concealment, and I was suppressing my chakra.
So technically you
Just
can
because
do
you're under
whatever
rock
you want.
concealment, you don't. Okay, so chill out right there, Silas, real quick. Just because you're under rock concealment doesn't mean anything if they still succeed on their spot check. First off, and second off, you also can't go through things.
Well, I wasn't trying to like go through things, Connor.
Okay, I wasn't sure what you're trying to do because even if you're hidden, you can try and sneak your way around, and you may or may not succeed based on what the spot check that they rolled was. But you don't know. Right now, they're just blocking off the entire path.
All right. Well, I mean, in that case, I'm just gonna break my jutsu, and I'm gonna sit cross-legged and tapping my toes.
And just
Let's-
wait.
Yeah.
Everyone's just gonna wait then.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand right here, and I'm going to ready in action
Okay.
to, I guess, attack anyone that comes down. Not anyone. I guess anyone that I'm not familiar with among these
Okay.
players over here. Who I don't know too
Whoa,
much.
whoa. What the fuck is going on?
So Silas, you proceed forward, and you see a number of animal puppets that are in the very similar fashion hanging around, except for you see one man standing there who's a very big man who you've seen before.
Oh, shit.
And he's got the very low hanging arms and the glowing red eyes. And he looks
Oh,
at you
dang.
and he says, "She's waiting. Follow me."
Oh wait, what? Is that him? Is that the?
Yeah, it's him.
I guess you'll find
What?
out.
What?
Holy crap.
What?
There's so much shit in here.
And so he starts heading over here to the left, kind of like
Fubuki!
whacking through these things. Whacking through the puppets as he goes by. And until he gets, just keep going up a little bit more, until he gets to a doorway that you see he very clearly can't fit in, and he just kind of looks and he goes, "She's in there for you."
Okay. You're a lot bigger than I remember.
And you go and you see a silhouette in the distance that begins to walk forward a bit, so you
Oh
can just
my
chill
god,
out right there.
No.
And you see the masked ninja.
No.
So we meet again.
Hokage, no.
And see, for the first time she ever speaks to you. I guess it's the second time, isn't it?
Yes.
Or did she just communicate in notes that other time?
No, she said like no or yes or something like that. It's just one word.
So she walks up to you and she just says, "I'm sorry about your friends."
Oh,
My old ones are my new ones.
These are your old ones. I'm sorry about everything and how much I've deceived you.
Fucking Hokage. What a
Deceived
con.
me.
I'm
She
sorry,
is-
Jim, but you don't know that.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Jim.
Kozuka's ghost is haunting Travis right now.
Who's Travis?
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck
Fire
Travis is. Also, Ghostbusters came in and took care of that. Ghost, you don't have to worry about that.
rip.
So she continues to speak. She says, "You see, we've met before. Sort of." Which point she removes her mask to reveal Higeki.
And I'm leaving.
Blood comes out of my nose.
I knew it. He called it. I believed him.
I called it.
Mhm.
Blood.
Yeah,
comes
y'all
out of
kind of
my
called
nose.
this one early on.
Blood comes out of my nose as I fall down. No. I watched you die.
Does this mean that everyone else is alive? Like every girl that he fell in love with is also alive?
Girl. How many girls have I fallen in love with?
Like that one.
It's theoretical.
Does that mean that that girl's no longer the moon?
Yeah, she's no longer the moon. The moon's gone.
Oh my god.
So she's clearly a few years older from when you knew her, obviously with aging. And she just kind of remains quiet, looking at you, very solemn, but also very firm in her look.
I'm sorry I couldn't save you. That
And she kind of, you see, she kind of gets a slight smile out of that. And she says, "You did everything you could. After all, the one who was trying to stop you didn't have these memories at that time. I." And she kind of gets a little bit more firm at this point. She goes, "I'm loyal to Orochimaru. You need to understand that. But I'm here to give you something to repay the debt I owe you. So if you have any intel that you like, any information from me right now, ask it."
Ask her to seek the killing of Orochimaru. Do it.
whatever. You've been on my mind forever. It's taken a toll on me.
She kind of shakes or nods her head and she goes, "I know. It's taken a toll on me too. What happened after I died was unbearable. But here we still are."
Are you really you, or are you under someone's control?
She kind of looks at you and she says, "I'm me, but I'm also not the girl you knew."
What did Orochimaru want with you?
And she kind of pauses and she goes, "For years now, Orochimaru has been experimenting with cloning and attempting to find ways to increase his own lifespan permanently. Beyond that, all I can assume is that I was one of those experiments, and that when the other version of me, the one that you knew, left the village or was sent to the village, Orochimaru assumed that she would have died. And after nothing happened for years and years, she just left his mind. But as to who I am and what I am the original one that somehow got the memories of the one you knew after she was killed. I don't fully understand it myself."
So you know that we were in love.
She nods her head.
Can't expect you to understand.
She goes, "Things are very different now. The next time you and I see each other, I very well might be trying to kill you."
Can't allow that to happen.
She looks at you and she goes, "What do you mean?"
Can't die. There's too much to be done.
And she kind of just pauses and she goes, "I know. And hopefully we never will have to fight each other. But if we do, make sure you give it your all, because I will be."
I knew you would. I have something for you. I didn't get rid of it or anything. I think this whole time. I don't know if it will mean anything to you, but reach into my bag and I pull the book that I bought for her.
She kind of laughs at that and she goes, "Keep it. Keep it as a memory of who I was."
I bought it for you.
And she just kind of says, "No. You bought it for her, not for me."
Good to know. Now, we've come in search for the Sand Ninja.
And she says, "He's in the next room ahead of you. But don't underestimate him. He's more powerful than me, that's for certain."
I'm sure he's more powerful than me. That's why I have my team here, but I'm afraid I won't be able to get them here to me without serious consequences.
She just kind of says, so long as she kind of holds her head up higher and she goes, as long as they don't do anything to destroy or damage any of the puppets, and so long as they just go to meet directly with Masutei, then you shouldn't have a problem.
So you're allowing this?
Yes. There's something that they have over there that you need to see to prepare yourself for the future.
Maybe one day there'll be a future with me and you.
So at this point, for some inexplicable reason, you feel a breeze right now. And she just goes, maybe someday. And then she disappears.
Get on the radio. And message Lane, let her know what's going on and how not to mess with the, try to get here without messing with the puppets.
Okay, everyone. If we don't mess with the puppets, we should be able to advance. So, let's advance.
So blow them up? Okay.
Okay.
I see that the freaking giant's gone.
So,
Not touching the puppets.
That's right.
Are we just
so Silver, oh, did you not? Okay.
I
we
was
just-
gonna look over here, yeah.
are we just moving?
You
So
wanna-
Silver, roll a spot check. Yeah, you can move free ahead up until the end of the second room.
Okay.
And Jim, Lane, you have both emerged seeing a number of animal puppets ranging in different creatures.
How do I know the second room is?
You'll know. It'll be the one with the animal puppets. So, Silver, you see a
Oh.
little metal grate there ahead of you, kind of like over in the corner.
Oh, this right here.
Mm. That leads in. That's kind of like right above your eyes, but you can see you could probably climb into it if you wanted as a air conditioning shaft, an air vent. There it is.
I'll make note of it.
Okay.
Although I'm sure there's plenty of benefits there.
Actually,
So this is the start of the second room. You said you could all continue to the end of the second room.
Alright, I'm gonna tap on Lane's shoulder and point back to where that grate was. And I assume at this distance, I guess a spot check may be necessary if she even looks over there.
You could just say, "Hey, there's a grate over there."
I could, but it's gonna be antisocial.
Okay. Lane, roll a spot check.
you have a goddamn Sharingan. What do you mean, to a spot check?
Doesn't mean she's using it.
Does it actually increase spot checks?
Yeah.
It'd be sad if it didn't. Then this book would be effing broken.
Yeah.
Jim.
You unfortunately aren't able to make it through at this distance with all the puppets in the way. You just see a bunch of puppets, and you just kind of look at them like, "What?"
I'm just gonna keep going. Hey, Fubuki puppets.
Another roommate for you.
Oh, we're allowed to keep going?
Yeah, you're allowed to keep going to the end of the second room. You'll see your teammates.
Oh.
So yeah, these are puppets of all the animal tokens that I've made.
We seem to be
All right.
missing a member.
Oh yeah, I need to move Marco.
Thought there was a
Hey,
reason
guys.
for that.
All right, follow me.
You should stick with the group, Marco.
He goes, "Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was looking."
Okay, now Connor,
Oh,
when she meant up ahead, does she mean up ahead in this hallway or up ahead in that room?
Up ahead in that hallway.
Okay.
Okay, so chill out right where you are. Don't move any further ahead, because I need to move everything else onto the regular layer.
Boy, it was started.
By the way, Connor, I do have that move that you used for on like the leg thing that you did. I have that.
On what thing?
The move you used where he like put that on the leg
So
and
you
then
have chakra scalpel?
Oh, that, yeah.
of course I have chakra scalpel. Goddamn
you-
medical
Okay.
specialist.
So now,
sweet.
at this point, I'm gonna just line y'all up. You're going to enter combat turns at this. Like, so it's like entering an encounter. So now you're all gonna have to go on a turn, starting with Silver.
What? I rolled
Didn't we all-
28.
Yeah.
He rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
Didn't we all agree that Silas was going first?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Well, I guess it. Yeah, I guess I'm cool with that.
All right, I'm gonna go right
So-
here, and then I'm gonna slam my shield into the ground. Sweet.
All right, so you see everything that's around you is still very reminiscent of what's in the previous rooms of puppets hanging from the ceiling. It's a fairly tall ceiling, by the way. It's like 40 feet high.
Yes.
Bless
What kind
you.
of Pokemon is that?
GG.
But all these puppets that you can see, whereas they're clearly puppets, they also seem very, very human.
Almost as if they might be human puppets.
Theoretically, some might say.
In theory.
Give me that theoretical knowledge, baby.
GG.
What the? Oh man, I just fucking realized something.
All right,
Ugh.
so Silver, it's your turn.
Okay.
I might have. Hopefully, no one's. Hopefully, that's gonna spoil it.
What?
So Silver denies the safety of a shield.
I accidentally made something available. Like I gave everything light to certain people on accident,
Yep, and I'm away.
but no one. You're aware.
And now the time to metagame. I saw that.
Damn it!
I'm not gonna metagame.
I
didn't see
appreciate
it.
it.
Though. Yeah. I'll pretend I didn't
That fucked up.
see it. Which slightly concerns me, but it's all right. It's all right.
Is your
All
shield
right, Hira,
so-
you're up.
I'm gonna ready in
No, it's
action.
5 feet. It takes up 5 feet.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready in action. So if something happens where like the sky drops down or somebody releases some poison, I'm gonna use infinite air supply.
Okay.
So I ain't having that again.
I don't know. I don't know what you're about. Silver's never had that happen, in my opinion.
GG.
Who's next?
So next up is Hira.
How long does it take to write a seal?
It takes a turn.
All right. I'll wait to do that. Let me pull this up. Okay, no. I'm gonna move up about right behind Silas. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I do.
Alright,
Oh
next up-
well,
oh.
chakras. You got my whisper right about my chakra scalpel
Okay, yeah, you can all clearly see that Hira has one chakra scalpel readied.
on my left hand.
Oh, he's
next
got
up is
two
Lane.
hands. That's good.
So, is the room with the super tall ceilings or everything?
The hallways do not have super tall ceilings, just the rooms.
Oh, okay.
So what you're in right now is about 15 feet tall.
Okay. Gonna use Mr. Wall Walking Jutsu and walk on the wall.
Alrighty.
So I'm actually on the ceiling right now.
Hey,
Alrighty.
Kono spent a whole mission on the ceiling.
Marco follows up behind. And Jim.
Alright, I'm gonna use rocks concealment again. So 4
Okay.
minute rocks though.
Wow, my brother just asked me about My Hero Academia. What was that, sorry?
Is the floor rock solid?
Yeah.
Rocks.
Alright, then I'm gonna do it on the floor.
Alright.
I'm going to also
bang on the
suppress my
floor.
chakra and try to do a move silently check as well.
Okay.
So this is my height check. If I can type it. No.
It's very muffled right now.
That's hide check. This is
Okay.
silently. It's plus 15, right? Fuck.
I believe
Don't be acrobat. Open up. Knock, knock, motherfucker. Oh no, it is not 15. It is significantly lower. And I have to wait for roll 20.
Ooh. Interesting.
can't wait.
To be king.
Oh, I just
Oh, there's a
can't
20.
wait to be king.
That's my move silently.
Shout out to I
Dang.
can't arm that much. Shout out to Simba.
GG.
So he moved like he just moved like a pro. None of us even heard him move. You know, we don't even know where he's at. It's like, where'd Jim go?
Heard a mouse, but dang, I didn't even hear effing Jim's go.
Yeah, he's pretty much disappeared from view from all of you unless you're trying to do a spot check against him.
Nope.
No.
All right, so now it's the enemy's turn.
Yes, it is. Enemy's turn's over. All right.
Oh, all right. That's
All right, I guess I will take the fucking first hit then. Said don't touch the puppets. I'm just not going to touch the puppets. They're probably going to get attack of opportunity. Wait, would you be mad if I like moved here and then up, or does that count as two
Where's
movements?
here?
Oh, sorry, here. Just move to the middle of the floor so I don't have to worry about an attack of opportunity.
No, that'd be like you'd take the first like 10 steps going in that direction, then the rest of the 20 of the movement up.
Sweet. So there's that. Anything happen?
Everything's fine
Good.
right now.
I'm just gonna go ahead and move forward again. And my turn.
Alrighty. And you see, there's a little bit of a podium on the on your right, and also there's a
I do?
clearing of the puppets.
I do.
Yeah, you can kind of make it out in the distance.
Cool.
I mean, if you want, I can really move you all to the point where you're expected to be.
That'd be fine.
Rip.
Rip. GG. Oh snap, dude. Oh dang. Dang. All right, Connor. All right, out of character. I see what you're doing here.
That's
What
fine.
I think it'd be all right if we all move there, right?
Do you want us to just move
You
forward?
want me to all move you to just the right spot? Because they're not going to initiate combat until that happens. Yelling?
I'm on the ceiling.
Okay, so you're going to climb on the ceiling, but be in that same area to where you can see him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So want we just keep moving forward then?
Basically, I'm
Yeah,
just,
no.
I'm just gonna move you
above
all.
everyone else.
What about Jim? Jim, are you gonna be?
Jim,
you gonna be
I was
like
going to
that
ask,
with us?
Jim, do you want to stay with them but concealed?
Yeah, I'm very concealed.
All right.
I'm gonna be behind everybody, like in the back.
Oh my god.
I'm moving you, Jim.
I knew it was coming.
Son of a bitch.
Blaine, you're there on the
I
ceiling.
did-
One
know,
good
this is
thing
gonna be
is,
fun.
Hajime doesn't have any arms right now.
It's true.
So you look at them and you see Lane and Celis. You recognize your old friends Shiro, Hajime, and Fubuki. However, they all look good as new. Actually,
Ooh.
with one kind of exception. So you know how Shiro's got red eyes? They're a
Yeah.
little bit more glowing right now. Same with Fubuki's and Hajime's.
GG.
Are you kidding
I
me?
took your head, but I took your head. How are you
So
alive?
Oh my god, he's in league with Orochimaru for real. I thought he was just like chilling. Complete.
Maybe you're assuming
don't
too
know.
much. Who knows?
What you should be assuming is that everyone is Orochimaru.
uh,
Owari is Orochimaru.
Owari definitely is Orochimaru.
So at this point, you all kind of walk forward and you just see a ton of, puppets all around, blah, blah, blah. And Masutei sitting there with Henko sitting next to him and Gyaku sitting even closer to him with his arm around Gyaku.
So I'm gonna shout.
He has fucking puppets of my squad?
You mean to move you forward a little bit to see that?
How'd you put them back together?
No,
Oh, you mean the rain? Oh, yeah. They're not specifically your squad. They're just that's the general rain token. They might be.
okay, that's what I was. That's what I was like, what?
I mean, you could always do a spot check to see if you recognize any of them.
Yes.
Well, now they're gonna be your old squad.
Okay, what were you shouting, Jim?
How did you put them back together?
And Masutei, he just kind of chuckles. He goes, I'm the greatest puppeteer that's ever lived. Konkuro in 1,000 years would be worse than I am. And soon I'll be greater than the greatest puppeteer that came before me. Greater than Sorcery of the Red Sand. So Lane, you do recognize one of them as your old squad leader.
Oh snap!
That's
It's been busy.
that one right there. All right.
Wow.
There was no love for the head clan. So.
GG.
I gotta pee again.
You motherfucker, you're like a goddamn stereotypical woman with your small bladder.
I've been needing to pee since the session started. I ain't gone pee. Dumbass.
GG. That's some salt. Gosh dang, give me some of that.
I've been in a really weird place emotionally the past few days, and so this is like me getting all of my anger out.
That's
by
good.
salting you people,
That's fun.
namely
Mhm.
Zach.
I salt everyone all the time. Especially
Marco,
Nick.
is there anything you want to say to your people?
Yeah, especially me.
Yeah, but you also deserve it the most.
On the bright side, we're not playing League. If we were playing League, I'd probably be legitimately raging.
Yeah, bet you didn't expect all this, huh? I can't believe I fucked up and accidentally granted you fucking Vision of Shiro.
That's
Fucking rookie me.
rip you.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, they all look good as new. As a matter of fact, Shiro doesn't even look like he has a robotic arm. I should have pointed that out. He looks completely human right now.
Those red eyes.
Yeah, except for those.
But Hajime is missing both arms.
No, Hajime has both arms.
No.
Take him out.
I'd rather see Hajime at his full potential. I'm
Uh,
gonna take both those arms off.
So Masutei, he just kind of sits and he goes, "So, Marco, long time no see. I know you've been following us." At which point, Marco, he kind of stomps forward and he goes, "We're here to take you in. Come quietly or else we're going to kill you." At which point, Masutei just kind of... Oh, I'd like to see you try, Marco.
What's happened? That was really eerie.
Yeah, it was.
Phone drop.
Welcome back.
Did Nick drop?
No, you dropped.
Phone.
Oh, okay.
No,
I completely
I'm
missed what
still
you guys
here.
were talking about, so I was like, oh. I mean, I know I'm a great voice impersonator, but I'm not that good.
I see you have some new friends.
Some new friends, some old friends. Call them whatever you'd like. A gift from
My
your
friends-
former teacher, actually.
My friends are dead.
He looks and he says, yes, they certainly are.
So how tall did you say the ceiling was, Connor?
40 feet.
40 feet.
And the little pedestal that they're on is 5 feet above the ground with a little bit of a stair step right above it, or right in front of it.
Hey, Silas. Is this our mission?
This is our mission.
Draw the spear then. It's
Do
a
you
kill
want
him,
them
right?
dead or alive?
Whatever it takes.
They're just puppets.
So
Kill them.
Marco looks at he says, they're traitors. Kill them.
whatever it takes.
Understood.
And so at that point, each of them all stand up. Shiro, Fubuki, and Hajime were, of course, already standing. And, actually, you know what? No, we're going to go back on that. Henko, Gyaku, and Masutei are all sitting down, and you see Masutei's right hand begins to move, as he can assume that as now the puppets that are next, or not the puppets, the fucking, what would you call them? They're still puppets in a way, because they're
Springs?
like metaphorical puppets.
Zombies.
As the corpses begin to move.
GG.
At which point they're both going to take a step forward and just kind of take a defensive position.
I have to go fix a bottle. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
All right, bottle of bourbon.
It's about to get real up in here.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to chop somebody.
We're going to initiate combat, though, regardless. So, Silver, you're up first.
Alright. Be interesting here.
You know what?
We wait until
Actually,
Travis gets back.
And we're going to do something a little bit different, because these characters would technically keep a certain thing, so they're going to keep the same initiative that you all previously had. So, Shiro's the first one to go. And you see he kind of extends his arm out, and you see immediately a sword begins coming out of his skin. And you see a dark bladed weapon. Shiro, you know what this is.
Amazing.
I'll be
That
taking
sounds
that.
amazing, dude.
That's okay. It's just going to go through me. Go ahead.
GG.
Attack. I'm a good person. Go ahead.
GG.
And I'm going to say, since you already have your spear readied, he's going to consider going after you first, actually.
GG.
Shiro versus Shiro.
I fucking...
Dun.
So Shiro's going to attack Silver. Give me a second. I have fucking Shiro puppet on my sheet.
Did you have to create one for Hajime?
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, do you need his sheet at all? Or?
Nah, I've got yours. I just went with the one that was previous. It might be a little bit outdated. But it gets a little bit of a bonus here.
But it is a puppet, so it makes sense.
Ooh.
Does that hit you?
No.
I
Fortunately.
didn't think so. So it pretty much like slices at you with the arm, and you're able to very easily block it, parry it. So that is it for his turn. Now it is your turn, Silver. Hi ho.
What's
Am I
that?
going first still or not?
Since you were gone, I forgot that.
All right.
But then everybody started wasting time, and so now the thing isn't even starting until you're back here.
But now it's Silver's turn anyway.
Mine was a good question though.
So,
Yeah.
Going into strength rank 2. Or screw it, strength rank 1. Doesn't matter. So and I am going to do a regular attack.
All right. I was gonna say, since you already rolled the hit, that better be a regular attack.
Well, no, I was gonna do something else, but it probably wouldn't be worth it right now.
Yeah. Well, whatever you're supposed to do, you're supposed to declare before you do the roll.
No, it's gonna be declared afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna pull any BS like that.
So that was a hit. So 19. So you see, as you go through the hit, he doesn't try to deflect it with the sword, but he puts his arm up to catch it, and you see it just very clearly whacks onto the arm.
Dang.
And you don't see any like physical wound or anything. Like there's definitely a cut there, but it doesn't seem like to be. It doesn't seem natural. Like there's no blood oozing out. There's no muscle that you can see. All that kind of a thing. And it takes reduced damage as well. But that still goes through. Oops. And so that's it for Silver's turn. Next up is Hira.
All right, I'm gonna write a barrier seal.
Alrighty.
That's my turn then, right?
So Lane. Lane?
What?
Just making sure that you heard me.
Guys moving.
I wasn't aware. I had to make sure.
Gee.
Take some of that salt.
salt mine. Of all the
Okie dokie. I'm gonna throw 2 kunai at Masutei.
Alrighty.
master of it.
Both of those hit, so roll for damage.
You targeting his eyes? That'd be sweet.
No, I'm just throwing them at him. So that's the first roll. Second roll.
All right. So once those two hit him, you see a poof of smoke emerges from him, as what he reveals himself to be is actually the puppet Yarudo that you remember from the tuning exams, the one that he hit himself inside of, or not Yarudo, Shiro.
Yeah. I figured as much. There's a reason I'm on the ceiling.
That's a good call.
All right, so that is it for Lane. Next up is Jim. Oh, no, sorry. Next up is Marco, actually.
Rip.
So Marco's going to use the full turn to start entering into his 8 gate.
Here
You see him pressuring, getting higher and higher on this level. You see, he pretty much immediately went into a very high state and is now concentrating to break that state. So, Jim, now you're up.
Get alive. Oh, man.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use Hell Swamp technique in between Shiro and Hajime. So like, I don't know if I can ping it. Nope, won't let me ping it.
In between who?
Fubuki and Shiro.
Okay.
That's square. It only reaches 10 feet though. And I have to roll a reflex save.
Everything that's in the 10 feet section?
10 feet from here, or like 10 feet from this point?
10 feet from the square.
Alright.
Oh. And since it's gonna hit my boy Silver, I'm gonna manipulate it so there's no mud around Silver.
It's going to hit a lot more than just silver.
Well, and as well as your boy Lane,
I'm
or
on
your
the
girl
ceiling,
Lane.
so I'm fine.
Yeah, Lane's on the
Alright.
ceiling. She's fine.
The Masutei, and
Marco.
Fucking Marco, and what's his name? That
Silas.
guy with the big ass shield.
Silas.
Yeah, that guy.
That almost made me want to give you a spirit dice. So almost.
Okay, so like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they have to roll what kind of save?
Reflex.
Reflex save.
Mhm.
All right.
Hold on. Yes. Is reflex.
All right. What rank is it?
Rank numero 8.
All right.
And it's gonna last 1 minute of the level.
Did I
It's now
pass?
based on Masutei's. You're not in it. You
Oh,
hold
I
it
thought
around
I thought
you.
you said I've been. Oh, okay. Cool.
So that's a full-on pass.
Sweet. Alright, take Chinchako away from me.
All righty. Was it
Number-
only a partial or?
Reflex
it's a-
negate.
Okay. But
Yeah,
they're still in it, so they'll have to do it next turn.
No, they can't do it when the here, let me read it off.
Yeah,
When
it's
the user
every-
performs this technique, all natural underice, earth, or stone in this technique can turn into thick mud. User affects 10-foot square area in the depth of 1 foot per level, which can be half depending on the toughness and resilience of the ground. Creatures caught must succeed reflex to save each round or be immobilized for 1d6 rounds. So they got to do a 1d6 round.
Yeah, each
or
round.
one-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
what I thought.
unable
Okay.
to move, attack, or use techniques required that requires either mobility, hand seals, or half seals.
Sounds good.
Creatures. So it's about 8 feet deep. So too bad Hajime's can breathe, or is dead. And same with,
They don't fall in.
GG.
what do you mean they don't fall in?
They're all being held up by Masutei's
Oh yeah.
chakra threads.
Fuck.
GG.
Forgot the fucking.
So I mean, if you disconnect, they're gonna fall in, and they're gonna have to roll again to try to, or actually, even though they'll just be denied the reflex save. But yeah, right now they're completely fine. So next up is Silas.
Motherfucker.
Sorry. I'm gonna activate strength rank. Strength rank 4, which puts me at strength rank 5 because of my wrist guards of strength.
Okay.
And I'm going to move right here, draw my sword, and I'm going to slice at
So-
Shiro.
If you step in, you're going to have to roll that reflex save because you're now in that affected area.
But I can hit him from here.
You
can't
can
I?
still hit him. Yes, you can still hit him from right there.
That's a good idea. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm
Careful.
going to swing at Shiro.
Oh god, that's fucking annoying. Use that. Okay.
So
So make an attack.
Yeah, let me look at my shit. Sorry, Shiro. Or not Shiro? Hey, Mike. How much plus do I get on that attack from the plus from strength rank 5?
5. Tell ya. You get a +3.
Plus 3. Is that a hit?
That's it.
Booyah, Mike!
No,
Die.
no, actually, no, it's not.
Oh,
I forgot. The defense isn't based on him. It's still based on. No, that does hit. That's barely a hit.
booyah, Mike! Get hit.
It matches, yeah.
All right, so roll for damage.
Oh wow.
Rip.
So you deal 7 damage, but you also feel the same thing where, like, when you actually hit him, you feel as though you're not, it's kind of like hitting on like fucking solid ground, and you still cut him a little bit, but it's he feels pretty durable.
Uh-huh. Okay. And yeah, would you allow me to pull my shield around, or is that going to be too much? I didn't move, so
No, you can still do that.
I'd like to pull my shield up and put it in front of me, and then my turn.
Alrighty. So next up is Hajime. Hajime, you see, is now being lifted up into the air and going at you, Lane.
There you go, Connor. It's uploading into.
Okay. Thank you. But Hajime is going to do a grapple check. What was your strength on it?
My strength,
Mm-hmm.
10, no ability modifier.
Okay.
Defense of 17, by the way.
Okay.
It's loaded.
So what's your defense, Lane?
24.
All right. So you see, it goes to try and grab you up in the air, but you're able to get out of its grip. So that's that. Then you see Gyaku and Henko both stand up, and they both begin to charge around the swamp. Getting right here, which point you see they're both pretty much simultaneously casting ninjutsu.
Oh man.
I can imagine this. This sounds pretty cool.
Which one of them is just using a basic fireball jutsu. That's Gyaku. The other one is using, what's the air release one that's of that same level?
You
Everybody
said
shoots.
fireball?
It's a sudden gust of wind.
Something like
Whirlwind!
I have a bunch of. I need to fucking remember which one of these are the combo one.
Sudden gust of wind dance.
Oh, we're just gonna say it's that. The wind one to amplify the fire technique. So every single one of you needs to roll a reflex save.
Alright, so I'm going.
That is in that range. So Lane, you're fine, of course.
I'm gonna
gonna use
power
evasion.
resilience. Sweet.
Still got to roll. Still got to roll to see whether or not that goes through.
Okay.
Alright, I'm using powered resilience to get +4. Use an action point.
Okay.
I feel like I'm probably gonna need this. So I'll...
Silas, you pass, so you're taking half damage.
What about my shield?
It's going around. Like they're shooting it back past the shield. They're like centering around Hira.
Good.
Shiro.
So Silver, you pass. Do you have evasion on this guy? All right, so you take half damage. I guess I'll roll for damage. You're gonna need to roll a reflex save there, Hira.
Can be your hero, baby.
So I'm gonna say that's gonna increase it by. Okay, Hira, you pass, so you take half unless you have evasion.
I take that much damage?
You take half of that. Jim, you do have evasion, so you take no damage. But Silas, Silver, Hira, you all take that. Marcos needs to roll his.
That hurts. That's smart.
But it's fire damage.
Which he actually fails his. So Marco, you see he is massively hit by that while he's concentrating.
And I'm fire infinity.
Oh yeah, roll a shock resistance check. So roll a 1d20 plus your character level.
So like 1d20 plus 9.
Yep. You have to beat a 24, otherwise you're gonna take the half damage. But otherwise you'll take half of half.
Oh.
Wow.
You unfortunately failed just narrowly, so you still take the full 25 points of damage.
All right, I already took it off anyway.
So there's that. Masutei is still busy doing all the stuff with his puppets, as that's going to take the precedence for his turn. Fubuki, since I don't have Fubuki's initiative, is actually going to react at this point. It's going to jump over. It's going to attack Marco. What's Fubuki's attack?
Very low. 1d20 plus 4.
Plus 4. All right, Marco was able to very easily get his way out of that one.
Yeah, they don't give too much love to animals in this.
Well, yeah,
That's all
it's like having a fucking additional guy. They're trying to balance it, I guess.
It's the chump way out.
All right, so that is it for the enemy turn. Next up is Shiro, which is still part of the enemy turn, attacking Silver once again. With that same sword, but once again, it's a miss, right?
Yep.
All right. It will very easily deflect his attack. And that is it for that. Silver, you are up.
All right. So I ain't getting hit by another attack like that. So I'm gonna move here, take the attack of opportunity. If you guys gonna do anything with that. If not, then I'll just continue.
Let's see if that's a fucking critical failure. It is not, but they miss.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you roll. All right, so I'm going to move it up to strength rank 3, and I'm going to use improved power attack to put take 9 points out of the actual hit to increase the damage by 9 points.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that it?
That's a hit.
That'd be...
All right, for 32 damage, and that is enough to break the concentration, and you see that this bursts into a poof of smoke to reveal another puppet.
What the... And a spot check on the puppet?
Yep. Okay, so you can't see any hidden mechanisms other than the fact that it has a very large body, very similar to what you saw Masutei originally used to hide inside.
Okay.
So that's really the only one of the traps that you can really make out. Beyond that, you can just tell it's a standard puppet. Has 2 limbs, and that's about it.
Alright. That ends my turn.
Alrighty. Next up is Hira.
I'm gonna move over, and I'm gonna use medical ninjutsu healing 3rd rank on Marco.
Okay.
It heals
Some of that.
48 plus 6 since I'm level 6 medical specialist every 5
Okay.
rounds.
All right. Fucking roll that 48 plus 6. God damn.
What?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Marco is fucking thankful for you. He smiles back and he gives a thumbs up and he goes, "Thanks."
Anytime. That's why I'm here.
Oh, the other
We've
thumbs up and
been
fucking...
we've been needing this.
Pass me some of that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
my question.
Here's fucking filling a much desired.
I assume that takes a full round, because if not, what I was going to do is kind of put the barrier seal that I'm... Do I need to wait to set that down?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just decrease that chakra then for the healing. So that's every 5 rounds that I get to... I heal him as long as I can... But
As long as you're touching him.
yeah, so I can't heal Marco for another 5 rounds.
Okay.
Can I
Lane. Oh,
something, or is it too late? Is not my turn?
no, you can yell. Yell's a free action.
Okay, cool. Lane. Use your iron wire and pull them together by the strings.
We're all
I'm
very dispersed at the
busy.
moment.
I sort of have a Hajime up here.
He's useless without water! Trust me! I don't know if I told you, I put his character sheet.
yeah, I've got it.
Anyway, it's Lane's turn.
Yes, it is Lane.
Okay, so
You know,
bunch of stuff doing.
What's up, Silver?
nah, nothing.
Okay. Yeah, Lane.
So first, I'm going to do a swift action to use my Sharingan and activate it. Where are you, weird Sharingan-looking token? Then I'm going to use a move action to draw my Flame Burst Foma Shuriken, open it up, use the 4 chakra to make it to where it does all the extra fire damage, and then I'm attacking Hajime with it.
Okay, before you do that, roll spot check now that you activated your Sharingan.
It should be +3.
Hira, if that is a class ability, like if you got that from a specific class, then that would be that case. If you got that as the technique itself, then it would be your full level.
Okay, so it should have been +9, but
Okay. So
it's 3 points of difference. I'm not worried about it. I was just curious.
okay, so that is a successful hit, Lane.
No, that's my spot
I don't.
check.
Yeah, I'm fucking dumb. I just realized that. So you see that there is an interesting fact of there's a number of chakra wire that are coming down, connected to every single puppet here as well as the other ones. So like you see the regular puppet strings attached to like to Hajime and everything coming from Masutei. There's also a stray one going up into the ceiling.
So that saves me some time from that game.
Where,
I was about to test
where on
something.
the ceiling? Like straight above Masutei?
No, they're all going directly up, not connected at all. They're all completely just going up and attached to the ceiling.
So they're not connected to Masutei, they're connected to the ceiling.
Right, he's still got the other ones that he's doing to like he's got connected to the bodies, but there's just the stray one that's not connected to him. At least not by any means that you can see.
Okay.
Following through with your attack though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 2 weapon fighting. One is the open shuriken that I'm spinning kind of like a hula hoop, and the other one, I'm not going to do 2 weapon fighting. I lied.
Okay.
I don't have a second weapon, so why? So just spinny thing.
All right, that is a successful hit.
Okie dokie.
Alright, I'm gonna use Opportunist as well and throw a shuriken at Hajime.
Opportunist. What's that do?
Opportunist allows me to, if the attack was successful on an enemy from an ally, I can hit them.
Okay. Yeah.
The talent.
So roll the hit.
Fast you go.
All right.
Yeah, I remember I've seen it. I just couldn't remember what it did.
Jesus.
How many ones have we haven't seen today?
All right, so he takes 2 points of damage. Roll that hit check.
Well, one of those
Jim.
is fire damage from the shuriken. I don't know if that's going to make any difference.
That won't make a difference here.
Was that a hit? I
That's
really
a successful
hope that
hit. Yep. Roll for damage.
1d4. Right? That's what Shuriken does.
4 plus your dex mod.
Shuriken is 1d3.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Kunai's are 1d4.
1d3 plus your dex mod.
Oops. 1d3 plus.
I almost just dropped your health by what was about to be rolled land. I clicked the wrong token.
Well, 2 damage doesn't seem like that big of a deal to me.
Well, I was getting ready to minus it by whatever Jim's gonna roll, so it might be more. What the
What
fuck
is
is
my
that
dex
fucking
mod?
car and the goddamn shitty fucking shit? Sorry.
We can't
What's
hear
it?
it.
That's
So.
Me and Connor can. It's really annoying.
What? Alright. Apparently, it
Plus your
doesn't
dex
want to
mod.
recognize me rolling. I've rolled it twice now.
What are you trying
What
to
is it?
roll?
1d3 plus 3. Tried it one more
got it.
time. Did it go?
Yeah, I'll give that time.
You
So we're
both
gonna go with
rolled
your
a
original.
1.
Yeah, we're gonna go with
Take
your
my
original as it was
5.
more. Yeah.
Take my. Yeah.
All right. So that hits him. That is it for Lane, right?
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, Marco, you see, he leaps forward from his. Actually, no, Fubuki's run from him. He's gonna smack Fubuki.
That brings up
Oh, yeah.
my nice. Yeah.
You sear the Shiro puppet, shed a tear.
GG.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna finish this technique by him finishing. You see, you hear that he yells, "Gate of Joy, open!"
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
And he's not even gonna do a punch. He's gonna do a straight up, like he raises his fucking leg straight up, and he fucking smacks Fubuki down.
He does a desk kick?
Yeah, desk kick. That's a little legit.
GG.
I was going off of that too.
Okay. So what's Fubuki's defense?
Not pull it up.
Is it higher than 33?
No, it is not.
All right, that's a hit.
It's 18.
Higher than Hajime's. Jesus.
GG.
And that counts to his strength, so he gets that. So, so he deals 29 damage with that kick.
That almost killed it, unless I got some modifiers.
The health is actually different from their health, from your original health.
Yeah.
Their health still works like standard puppets, so.
All right. GG.
But you can tell that definitely. So that actually caused a poof of smoke to happen on Fubuki as well, and you see that's no longer like the perfect representation of Fubuki. You see that this is now very clearly an animal puppet. So that is it for Marco. Next up is Jim.
Alright. So I'm gonna activate my eyes. Hello?
Hello.
Alright, let's make sure I'm not muted.
Yeah, you did.
Alright,
Let's
and
get
then
your
I'm gonna
fucking eyes
attack Shiro. So I'm gonna walk up and smack him real good in the face.
GG.
All right, so roll that hit check.
Rolling hit chart.
So, fucking. Roll to confirm critical.
Wow. GG.
1d20, right?
I want that 20.
Yep. No confirmed critical, but it is a confirmed hit.
Alright. And then. What the fuck's my weapon? It's 1d6. Plus what? Dex mod?
Since it's a melee plus your strength.
Strength. You know, I really wish I had a real keyboard by now.
It's got to spend. You know, I could have. You know, maybe I should have tried to sell you my computer. You said like 100, so
I was willing to pay 200, but it would have been in payments, like 100 now and 100 later.
yeah.
Exactly.
Well, too late now, one way or another. So he takes 5 damage. That is it for Jim. Silas.
Okay. So, can I do a spot check and like look and see where the do I know these are puppets or anything, or do I assume since I know what Masutei's is?
I mean, you know at least that some of them are puppets. You can leave it up to your own personal decision whether or not to assume beyond that. Some of them might be real, some of them might not be. They might all be like the fucking hidden side of a puppet. They might, maybe everyone who's currently you see as a puppet is it. It's up to you to make that decision.
And Connor.
Yo.
I take 3 chakra away from me real quick because of my eyes.
Oh yeah.
And I can see chakra now, and I have high speed side +2.
Okay, so you see the same thing that Lane saw then.
Yeah,
earlier.
I'm not. Yeah. Then you explain.
So I'll
Yeah.
take the attack of opportunity. I guess if I move to the left, it'd be like past Fubuki. It'd be just Fubuki, right?
No, you'd be in range of both Shiro and Fubuki.
Okay, fine. First, I'm going to activate Dance of the Lark,
Okay.
and then I'm going to. Well, let me do something first.
Large dance.
The dance
Hey, look, there's bones coming out of his head right here. I wonder if that would be good enough.
GG.
Here, I'll just do this one. And then I'm going to run over to this chick right here.
All right, so they're both going to get the attack of opportunity against you.
Fubuki's going to miss.
That was 3 that Fubuki was right.
Do me, Jim,
yeah,
and
4. 1d20.
Silver need to roll a will check to see if we're scared of Gyaku?
No.
Not the real Gyaku.
Probably not.
We don't know.
You don't sense the frightful presence that you detected previously, which you're not aware of that, Hero, but Silas, you're aware of
That's
that.
why I was asking.
It's unfortunate I can't metagame any of this.
What's your defense, Silas?
My defense is 26 right now.
Okay, so that Shiro makes a connecting hit.
All right.
However, Fubuki missed. So Fubuki takes damage,
Yep,
right?
1d4.
He takes 3 points of damage. And you take 6 points of damage from Shiro.
Wow.
And so that was your movement. And your attack action was the dance, wasn't it?
That is an attack action, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so Hajime is going to do a ready to action here. And so now it's going to be Henko and Gyaku's turn. So at this point, Silver, you're going to get an attack of opportunity what Henko's doing because it's very distracting from what she's doing. So you see that she pulls out a seal.
Alright. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take that attack of opportunity.
All right. All right, that's a hit.
Oh no, that's the damage. My bad.
Oh, I got to roll the hit.
Let me do that.
Come on, you rookie.
You're right,
Sure.
Okay, so 20 damage. Okay, that still keeps going. Oh no, I forgot to fucking. So that there we go. Okay, so you see that puppet is definitely very damaged at the moment. However, its attack still goes through. You see it pulls out a seal, places one of the puppet hands on it, which triggers the seal, and you see immediately the big hole that Jim made is now being filled with water.
Gosh, dang.
Oh my god.
So now Hajime's rated action takes place,
Jeez.
which is going to be a shark bomb technique against Lane.
Sorry.
GG.
I can imagine your puppet going, sorry.
The tear coming down.
And
bit of
this is
consciousness
not
left.
based off of your ninjutsu. So is that a hit on you? Yes?
Yeah.
Me?
All right. So roll a reflex save to see if you can have it.
You mean negate it?
No.
It doesn't have it.
Abrasion.
The
What's up?
reflex save only sees if they're knocked down or not. Or pushed back.
Shark Water Blast?
Uh-huh.
No, Shark Water Blast has a saving throw reflex half.
Really?
Hey.
Oh.
You mean negate it? Evasion.
All right, so that Shark Blast, you see it launches, and you're able to very easily just fucking dodge out of the way.
Well,
Table flip.
although it's somewhat awkward dodging when you're attached to the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Just that good. Just that.
Don't worry, I applied a semi penalty for that in my head, but you still passed.
GG.
So that is it for Hajime. Gyaku. Gyaku's going to do something that no one's going to be able to see right now.
Rip.
So that's it for Gyaku's turn. That's a 4-round action.
That concerns me.
So next up is Shiro, who's going to make an attack at Jim.
Bring it, samurai punk.
Sure doesn't like me.
Miss.
I'm guessing that's a miss.
Yeah.
And all right, Shiro, in true Shiro fashion, misses hard.
And
Glad that
wouldn't
isn't me.
Shiro and Fubuki like get knocked back too?
They need to roll their saves again, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was that. They'll pass again.
All right. Sweet.
There's Silas again. Just waiting on him for this little bit here. Actually, I guess Silver, you can go.
Alright. So I'm gonna take another attack of opportunity and move to Masutei.
Okay,
And this time I'm gonna go into
that's a hard miss.
Rip. And then gonna go into Speed Rank 1.
Okay.
Going to Helm Splitter stance. Which makes my weapon attacks do one size larger. And just make an
I
attack
hate loud entrance with a passion. All right,
Rip
so roll that hit.
with the same thing with improved power attack. But I'm going to specify, I'm going to work under the assumption that I think he's a puppet. So I'm going to try and break the puppet.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, when you drop a puppet's health to 0, it'll break it.
he already specified that it's inside that it is a puppet.
Mhm.
Alright.
Down was broken by Lane.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I forgot to take -9 off.
Okay, so that's a successful hit.
Oh, I forgot to take the -9 off, which is 22.
That's still a successful hit in this case.
Whoops.
Something tells me that's not quite right.
Rip.
Okay, so you've definitely done some heavy damage to that puppet now, but it's still holding strong. It and the Henko puppet seem to be in very shoddy condition.
Also, whoops again. Sorry, it's 1d10. Which I guess doesn't even matter. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna go at the 26. I'll remember next time.
Yeah.
Next.
So that is it for your turn, Hira.
Can I ask Marco a question?
Yeah.
Marco, what do you think? You think these puppets behind us are going to be troublesome? You know them better than I.
He says, if we take out the puppet master, the puppet's worthless.
But are you worried about being attacked from behind?
He just kind of chuckles and goes, don't worry, they can't hit me now.
But can they hit everyone else?
Okay, you're.
I said, don't worry about me.
All right.
Aye, Silas.
Far away. Actually, button. I'm trying to think what I want to do here. You know what? Just in case, I'm going to protect. I'm going to move. Will this, if I move right here, will it provoke an attack of opportunity?
No, only if you move into that and then
Okay,
somewhere else.
I'm going to move right here, and I'm going to draw it because it'll make sense.
They draw the seal?
What I'm drawing is that's the barrier. I activated the seal.
Oh, okay. So you're activating it right in front of you or to
block
off
behind
someone
us.
else? Oh, okay. It's only 10 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought I did 10 feet. Because I can't.
Nah, 10 feet's two
Yeah.
squares.
I thought it was 10 feet on each
So I
side.
bet. Oh, is it?
I'm.
My third 10 foot.
I might have. Oh, up to one. Okay, it's just 10 feet. I want it. I don't know.
Okay.
I want to draw it where it's more like centered between Marco and G. Does that make sense? Okay.
But you'd have to put it on one way or the other. So I'd assume putting it there because that's closer to the puppets.
That's cool.
Because you can't just half block it off.
That's cool.
I guess it could count as partial cover. Yeah, fuck it, why not?
You just can't. So I don't know if you know, but you can't be like on the squares, where it reduces the length of the wall.
Okay. I'll just leave it exactly.
So there's a barrier behind us, and I reduced it. That's my turn.
Alrighty, Lane, you are up.
Okay. Swift action to grab one of my other Fuma Shuriken. And full attack action.
Alrighty.
11.
On Hajime, I assume?
Yeah. Well, he's the
Okay.
one next to me.
Those are it? Only 2 hits? Okay. Third. Fourth. 3 of those are hits.
Cool. Okay. So the first one is right hand, which is the flame burst, and the third one is the flame burst. So I take it those 2 are the hits? Or those 2 are hits?
The first 3 are hits.
So the first 3? Okay.
Yeah, so it should be both of the ones with the flame and then one with the offhand.
Okay. So those are the 2 flame bursts. And that's just the offhand.
Okay, so that's 13, 19 in total.
It's a rain, Jackal.
All right. And so you see a similar thing now happens with that one where a poof of smoke happens and you see that it's very clearly a puppet. And you see it's very modeled after Hajime's, what Hajime looks like. However, you see that the one hand, his left hand, is very clearly 100% puppet.
It looks like that guy.
All right, now it's time for allies. So Marco's gonna ready up a fucking thrusting punch on Fubuki again.
like a Popeye punch.
Yeah.
Like he's just winding up. Ate his spinach.
Yeah,
Like
why
he
do you think
double
they get
gassed.
green?
And as soon as the punch collides with Fubuki shatters into a ton of pieces. Specifically, the head shatters into a ton of pieces, and the body is still mostly connected.
And then Shiro cries a little bit.
Shiro's a puppet. Shiro has no motion right now.
But somehow you see a tear force through it. It's a miracle that happened. Even Masutei is confused.
Anyway, Jim, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna take my seal out, to do a cancellation seal on the fucking water and mud.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna cancel that out, and that's a full round action, right?
All right. That water gets sucked up. Yep. Silas, you're up.
I am going to. I'm going to use. Super choke slam on this.
Oh snap!
I'll be right back.
Yaku, okay.
Yep.
Aye.
GG.
First, I have to do a grapple check.
All right.
GG.
So you slam her into the ground for 34 damage, at which point a poof of smoke happens and you see she is also a puppet. Same with the big body kind of style as the Masutei and Henko one.
Is it broken?
It's still holding together.
Is it unconscious?
As far as you can tell, the puppet has never had a consciousness, but...
Rip. Oh, wait a second. What's your health at?
So... Silas's?
Yeah.
That's 63 right now. Why?
It's part of that. Part of that class you get.
So next up is Hajime's turn, who now, without the water, he's going to make another grapple check against you, Lane,
Alright.
which is a very hard miss.
Yeah, especially now that I have my Sharingan active.
Mm-hmm. So, Silver, you see that now this puppet moves up behind you.
Oh, rip.
And Silas, the puppet that's next to you, so the Masutei, Henko, and Gyaku puppets, all of their bellies burst open, like to unlock, to open to whatever would be inside, so, like revealing the person or anything. And you all see a set of paper bombs.
Oh, GG.
Oh, can I deactivate my paper bombs?
Deactivate the paper bomb?
Yes, can I?
Do you have that ability?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you can.
Then I do it.
All right, so you as a fucking immediate instant action able to completely burn the chakra off from the seal. However, Silver, you see that they are both doing that, and they're both leaping in to attack you, to grapple you, and suck you in.
Rip.
They're gonna pull a magician technique to cut them in half to get them to fit in both of those boxes.
What's your defense?
Rip. 24 right now.
So the Henko one you're able to dodge out of, but you end up getting grabbed into the Masutei one.
You
So think
dodge
of very
right
much
out of Henko into Masutei.
Yep. Think very much out of what happened with Konkuro versus what was it, Ukon and Sakon?
Yeah.
Except without the blades, and you see now the fucking paper bombs are going off.
GG.
That chakra burn came in handy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And you take 26 points of damage. You have no reflex save that you're allowed.
Yeah, I figured
At least you rolled a shit ton of ones.
that.
A few sixes though to compensate. But yeah, the ones were definitely striving for. So you take 26 points of damage from that. So you're completely fine. That is it for those puppets, and Fubuki's gone, so that is it for them. That's also going to deal damage to the puppets themselves. So the Henko puppet has been destroyed, the Masutei puppet is destroyed. We're just going to get rid of the fucking puppets. And that also deals enough damage to break the Gyaku. Actually, Gyaku puppet was still there.
This
Turn it
John
off.
too.
The square?
Yeah.
Nah, that's still there for the moment.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a lot of chakra to be able to do all that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They prepared
Yeah.
for this.
Masutei is a very chakra fluent character.
More than me.
What's your chakra?
60.
Yeah.
Reveal
Yeah,
his
more than you.
secrets.
But do I
He's
have
also
more,
higher levels.
Do I have more reserves?
No. He's a higher level than you. There's a certain amount of expectation that goes with that. So that was it. Silver, you're up. No, Shiro's up. Shiro's attacking here.
Attacking me?
Actually, no. Because the Masutei puppet was destroyed, these puppets all fall. So the Shiro puppet falls into the ground, the Hajime puppet falls into the ground, and the Gyaku puppet is completely lifeless right now.
So we're still in combat right now as well.
So this puppet then that's behind you begins to start speaking to you all, and you hear Masutei's voice, and it goes, "What a wonderful performance by you all. However, today is not the end of our fateful encounter. I just wanted to give you a taste of what I was capable of. Marco, here's a lesson for you. You come after me again, and I'll kill you." Which point Marco, you see, fucking leaps forward and just smashes the puppet.
Oh, what did I miss?
Like that thing.
Marco just smashed the puppet. The Masutei puppet fucking trapped Shiro inside of it and blew itself up. Henko puppet's gone, and the other ones are lifeless right now inside your pit. And I think that is... So as soon as that happens and he sees the other puppet happens, all the other puppets have their mouths open and just go, you shouldn't have done that.
Thank God for the barrier.
And that's where we're going to end this session.
F you, Marco.
Hey,
Gas thing.
we have a
NPC
big
nerd.
feat today.
I'm going to break this fucking engine.
All right.
A big accomplishment today. I stayed through a whole session.
I know, I'm proud of you.
So give this man a round.
Give
of
this
Heroes
man
are
a
new me.
spirit die.
applause. Give this man a smooth day.
Do I take over Hajime's spirit die?
No, all spirit die that you had on your previous character are forfeit.
Can I have a spirit die for staying the whole?
No.
roll a 1d100, Connor.
Because you asked for it.
So, did I miss a turn?
No.
No.
Yay.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for the next episode where we find out exactly what happens with all these puppets and the team, and it's going to be fun. Bye.
Bye.
Sure.